It's the Bob and Tom Show.
One, two, three.
She's got tattoos around her. Harley Davidson in the den. She's got an open door for the Marine Corps. She's looking for a few good men. She walks out to her mailbox in her see-through pink tube top. If it wasn't for her biker friend, somebody would have called the cops. And she's a trailer park woman. She's a mobile home princess. She's the queen of manufactured housing. She's a trailer park woman. She's a mobile home princess. And me, I'm the trailer park king. She spends her nights in a strip joint, doing some exotic dance, in and out of a pair of platform shoes and worn-out spandex pants. Her kids still live with her mother and her brother who's unemployed. She always calls me Elvis, but she knows my real name's Floyd. She's a trailer park woman. She's a mobile home princess. She's the queen of manufactured housing. She's a trailer park woman. She's a mobile home princess. And me, I'm the trailer park king. She's got a bad reputation. She's the talk of the neighborhood. Maybe her place ain't Graceland, but the furniture's just as good. I often look through her window when she's getting dressed inside. She don't mind, she looks up to me, 'cause I own a double wide. Got a concrete block foundation. She admires it so. She always comes knocking whenever there's a tornado. And she's a trailer park woman. She's a mobile home princess. And me, I'm the trailer park king.
It's the Bob and Tom Show. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Beep, beep.
We're going to have food today with
Are we going backwards? What are you doing?
Big green egg
She's
guy.
got tattoos on her butt.
Big green egg guys out there. We're going to have food today.
So I was distracted by a leopard woman.
Yep.
Christy evidently killed a leopard in the parking lot.
Oh, I would never do that. You know that?
Baby leopard.
No, come on.
No, I think you got to kill like 3 or 4 leopards to get a decent size outfit.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I'm the girl who cried in Avatar, okay? Stop.
See Avatar?
Oh, because
I
of
did.
The money you spent watching it?
Loved it.
3 hours you spent with
I loved it. Okay, what y'all say?
Well, Christy, I look forward to seeing it.
I really enjoyed it.
No. Josh, though, like the, what was the movie that everybody's homeless and crapping in a bucket? What was that one?
Ah, jeez, not at all what that was about.
Which one was that?
Oh,
Nomadland.
That's just
Terrific,
Oscar winner.
I hated that thing.
oh, you'd hate Avatar.
No, I loved it. One of the reviews of that called it poverty porn.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I know, and you've been regurgitating that nugget for the last 2 years.
I've said it twice in my life. This was the second time.
Yeah, trust me.
Oh, wait a
You're a
minute.
total liar.
So, that actually explains a lot. That you think you've only said things twice.
Okay. I'm sorry. This is a good start. The more valid criticism is incredibly boring.
You're a total liar.
The better review would be unimportant and totally boring. Okay. I love it when Hollywood embraces poverty as they fly there in their private jets to tell us what poor people do.
Hi, Pat. How are you?
This movie has nothing to do with poverty.
There's Josh Arnold. I don't know how I started this, but I'm glad I did. There's Ace
were
Cosby.
Hey,
Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
They call him the spark plug. That's Chick McGee,
I'm the
baby.
starter. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
He's the starter.
Well, if you want another starter, we've got a theory out there is how they're going to have the Bills and Bengals play the completed game due to what happened on Monday Night Football with DeMar Hamlin and every item I hear is good coming out of the hospital, University of Cincinnati
All right.
Medical Center. He's doing well, and onwards and upwards, we hope.
Well, good. Well, we'll get to that a little bit later on.
Yeah, we do have a theory. And I don't want anybody asking me during the theory. If you feel motivated to ask a question, Josh, while I'm asking a question.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, I'm giving you the report.
Yeah.
Just go
Watch
ahead
me,
and
Jeff.
Google it on your own.
Okay.
Hands up. Oh.
Go ahead and Google it on your own and leave me alone.
Okay.
Like, I don't want to hear, what's the population of these cities involved? Crap like that, don't want to hear it.
Oh.
Got it.
What about the tickets? Where are the tickets? They'll figure it out. I don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear any questions.
Awfully hostile.
I'm looking at you two. Well, you're already hostile with each other, so I don't know what you're going to do with
Wherever
me.
it is, do you think the weather will hold up?
Here we go. There it is.
I mean, it's winter.
You know, good
Well, you know, there's that tsunami or
good
whatever that
reporter
was
would have
going
gotten
on
the
in
weather
West
forecast.
Coast.
I would
Just a
tell you,
cursory
but
look.
my favorite weather app is no longer available.
At
Here we
last,
go
a topic
again.
Have you
we
found a
can
new one?
Sink our teeth
I'm
into.
trying a couple of them, but they're not as good as good old-fashioned dark sky.
Why'd it go out of business if it was so great?
It didn't.
exactly.
It got absorbed by, what is it, Apple bought it, I believe.
I don't know. Why did Apple make it go away then?
Because it was too good.
That's what, I don't know if you've been following this.
like the government
That's what
has-
all of these giant
Water-powered
tech corporations
Oh,
do.
that thing's better than us? Buy it.
Buy it and then turn it off.
Yes.
Well, hey, didn't Google Maps buy Waze? And now Google Maps is like the best. That's the one that I use. It's super easy. It gets you there faster.
Is that true?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yeah,
I've been using
sometimes
Waze.
these companies buy it, and it works better because you get the bigger company with the newer technology. and
Waze
they're
was great.
I
Server
use
space.
Google Maps Plus. They actually come to your house and get you and take
Oh,
you.
they
really?
Wait a minute. I love that.
That's really something.
No matter how far.
It's a nice guy. He's got
And if you're going to walk, they'll walk
Driving
with
to
you.
Florida. All right, we'll be right down.
Okay.
We don't want you getting lost. Well, thank you, Google.
How many things have the plus now? So, like all the channels you've got.
Paramount Plus.
AMC has a plus.
Yeah.
I guess it's a nicer way than saying Disney, you're paying for it.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Well worth it, Josh.
Oh, I have Disney Plus, yeah. You know what? I don't know that I've ever watched anything.
They're not adding a lot of new content, though. They came out strong.
No, they've got plenty. I mean, they're doing like a new Marvel show every 3 months. New Star Wars show came out yesterday.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Yeah.
any of those.
I guess
right up my alley.
the Andor is pretty good.
Why do I have that?
I don't know. You must have bought it for a particular show and then forgot you had it.
At one point in your life, did you have a kid running around? That you
Oh,
needed
there was
Disney,
that.
Disney Plus.
I did, but that was her Disney Plus.
Oh,
So, yeah.
Oh.
Are there porno channels that are plus?
Boy, I don't know.
I mean, how much dirtier can you get?
There are porno channels that are plus size. Those are a good time. You know?
Your BB dubs.
A lot easier to see on that tiny little screen. Know what I'm talking about?
Is there any other product higher on the scale of buyer's remorse than porn?
People watch porn on their like 65-inch TVs.
I'll tell you where they do watch it. They watch it on
Their phone.
No, I'm going through the drive-through.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You saw this?
No, the people they were in I guess it was a Suburban or something, and they had that drop screen TV thing.
Yeah.
Whoever was in the back seat was enjoying something quite lusty.
Really?
I was going through the Dairy Queen.
I mean,
drive-thru.
these days it could be any. It could be
Could be
Game
the
of
Wolf of
Thrones.
Wall
There was
Street.
Well,
any
that's
way
true, too.
We could make this a new feature: what Tom saw and what really happened. I would love to see that.
But in order to do this feature, we need a pair of real person eyes there next
Yeah.
to my dad. You know who that could be? Edwin, his driver.
It's your chauffeur that keep you out of
Chauffeur,
trouble.
I was just driving innocently, getting something delightful at Dairy Queen, and some perv in the back seat.
I don't want to judge, but there was a perv in front of me.
Maybe you need a little afternoon delight. You didn't know?
This
Some
was
people-
this was at night.
Well, okay, night delight.
Okay, well, back to the larger
I
question.
bet you've never sat down. You know what? I'm going to masturbate. I bet you've never said that.
I got some time. I guess I'll have that myself.
You've been alone for a couple days, too.
Take yourself out for a little date.
One off at the
So wait, I
least.
have a quick question. So
nap.
let me ask you: do you sit?
Do I sit?
I hope he's not standing in his counter.
I bet you he stands like a weirdo when he does it.
I'll tell you what.
I knew you were doing things that were amazing over there.
My jackatorium is SRO.
Standing room only. All right.
I'm just joking. I have no idea.
No, you're not.
Now, is there a well, let me rephrase this. I am currently staying in a hotel.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Very long story.
Got to work on a relationship.
No. It's because
Good to take a break.
we're moving, and I'll be back in a house beginning. I
You know,
think,
finding each other is a
all
part of
positive
finding
stress.
both of you.
Yeah, Kelly gets back. My question is, do they still have? I didn't check. What was it? The one they used to have?
Spectrovision.
What was it called?
Spectrovision.
That's the hack name for
Is
it.
that all gone? All that stuff? And
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that it is.
back in the
There's-
day.
I haven't seen anything
Yeah, I
in a
haven't
hotel
seen
like
I would
that.
imagine the viewing numbers got close to zero.
Yeah.
And everyone has their own naughty things.
Well,
to
you're the
look
one
at.
at the hotel. Check it out tonight when you get back.
I do remember back in the 80s, I was at a hotel and decided to check it out, and they had the edited version. It was like a R version.
Yeah.
Good.
That's the dirty secret. It's soft core.
Yeah.
Bait and switch, huh?
I remember one of the chains announced. Remember one of the chains? I think it was Omni pulled all of the whatever the channels were off of their menu, so you couldn't get them. I don't know. Some people, I think, were imprinted with, as I recall, even if you didn't have the channel, it would show it, but it would kind of scramble it.
Yeah, it was Channel 98 in my area.
So you would,
Spice Channel.
So it would be scrambled. I'm sure there's some poor kid somewhere that imprinted on him, and he can only. Well,
I didn't need these glasses until about a year after that hit my toe.
That poor kid was me.
Honestly, I think kids, they still have that imagination, that creativity. They see right through those blurs. They see right through those mishaps.
Squint your eyes.
You know, remember how maddening it was when, for whatever reason, it would come in absolutely clear for 2 seconds every 3 hours? You're like,
Yeah, that's what
your
I'm
hopes
talking
up.
about.
Yeah.
There's some guy sitting there, I'm ready to pause. It's the last thing I do. I'm running a VCR tape. When it does that, I'll pause it. You know that happened. Because it wasn't, what's the word I'm looking for? It wasn't pixelated, Willie. It was scrambled.
yes.
Which is a very weird thing.
It was a digitized kind of thing off of the satellite dish.
Back in the day. Coming up, we have, I'll tell you what, we have time here? I think we do. Hey, Pat.
Yes.
That song we just played, one of the classics, Pinkerton Bowden. Actually, Tim Wilson helped him write that. He threw in the famous line, "The furniture's just as good." Can you do your Elvis tribute for us?
I'd be glad to. If you're going down to Memphis, you really have to see him. Frozen in time in his homegrown mausoleum. And the old photos of him are all rockabilly thin, shaking those steps with a microphone in his hand. There are no pictures of Fat Elvis at Graceland. Oh, there are no pictures of Fat Elvis at Graceland. I swiped right on Tinder, and now we're on a date. When the lady quite politely inquires about my weight. Cause the only photos of me are when I was thin and 33, maybe 23. Oh, she thought I'd be a younger, more handsome man. I told her there are no pictures of Fat Elvis at Graceland. On the walls of Graceland, it's thin Elvis rocking and rolling. You won't see him in that jumpsuit with his belly overflowing. So like the images of him in my pictures, I'm always thin. Oh, my profile photo is me in my high school band. Cause there are no pictures of Fat Elvis and no camera shots of my flabby pelvis. No pictures of Fat Elvis at Graceland. Oh, let's get something to eat, boys. Yeah, the diner's open.
Elvis has left the diet.
They're having a big special deal on Sunday in Memphis. I think Lisa Marie's going to be down there, and a big tribute at Graceland for Elvis.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the occasion?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'll look it up and have it for you.
Right. Did you see the Elvis movie?
I did. It was all right.
Is it his birthday this weekend?
Maybe.
Because he died in August, right?
He
Right.
died in the summer, yeah. But that Elvis movie, I think it may be kind of inaccurate, but it kind of gives you the spirit of what it was like to be the king back in the day.
Yep.
Right
young
now, I
Elvis.
want to talk to you a little bit about our buddy Steven Singer. Not many people know that Steven Singer started out as a jewelry and diamond wholesaler, selling nationally to other jewelry stores. Then he opened his own store. Why? He saw other jewelers focusing on the wrong stuff. The jewelry business was about playing pricing games just to make a buck. Steven wanted to help people celebrate love with diamonds. He didn't really want to be in the jewelry business, but he is. He loves the business, and the business is love, I guess you could say. Steven Singer Jewelers is, we're going to call it the Love Store. The Love Store. IHateStevenSinger.com is where you find it. Once again, that's IHateStevenSinger.com. Buy real diamond jewelry for your real love. Steven's been in the love business for over 4 decades. He knows what quality jewelry is, and he knows what the perfect price is. And he treats you like you're his friend, not just some random paycheck. So check it out. No weird sales, nothing squirmy going on.
It's the smartest way to buy jewelry. Find out what I'm talking about by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. Real diamonds from a real jeweler you can trust. You can call, you can chat, you can text, you can Zoom. Visit the showroom or online at IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up in sports, we have
another update on Damar Hamlin. Everything's positive coming out of UC Medical Center, and also possibly a theory on what they're going to do with the Bills-Bengals incomplete game coming up, because it does have a massive bearing on the playoffs. And we've got a world record that you're not going to... and the Shoon of the Week coming up.
Oh, and it is Elvis's birthday on Sunday. That's why Lisa Marie's going to be at Graceland. In fact, things get kicked off today for the Elvis Presley Birthday Week celebration.
Thank you, Kate.
Why am I not there? Oh, I don't care. That's right.
Coming up, Josh.
Yes, sir.
UFO reports.
All right.
We'll be glad to hear about that. Coming up for you, chick, unicycle rider in the news.
Yeah.
Never met a unicycle rider worth spending time with in my life.
Sean Morey rides a unicycle.
There you
No,
go.
Stocky rides a unicycle.
There you go. You're with Come on, more examples. Come on.
2 for 2.
My old boss at the AM. There you go.
Okay, when we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, fellas. This is Flo.
It's Scott Speed. Here he is with his joke of the day.
What did the judge say when the skunk came into the courtroom?
Oh! What did the judge say when the skunk came into the courtroom?
Odor in the court.
That'll be getting told in courts throughout the country.
Odor in the court.
Oh, man.
How are things going, Ron? You're out on tour. You got a lot of live shows happening.
Yeah, they keep showing up, and I can't believe it either.
We have. I notice you've got your guitar out.
I do.
Give that a strum. I want to see if. Oh, that's nice.
I'd like to sing you a song that could probably change your life. But I don't have one. So I'll just sing this. She don't have a boyfriend, and she don't really care. She's always real happy. She's got a grin from ear to ear. And she don't need no alcohol to find her happy spot. She found that a long time ago, and buddy, she goes there a lot. Bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, cause it's too much work, just a flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Go on, flick it, girl. Well, here she comes and there she goes, dancing around on her tippy toes. Have you ever seen a woman just smile like that after sitting at home and just rubbing that cat? It ain't over when she gets back home. She'll be flicking that thing until the cows come home. Bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, cause it's too much work, just a flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicky, 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 flick, flicky, 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 flicking the bean.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom, all the time, in your ear.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Yes, if I could just have a few minutes of your time, I'd like to speak with you today about the joys of water sports. Is this Bob and or Tom?
This is Bob.
Yeah, perhaps you already own a boat. However, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to upgrade your boat.
Shut up, Randy. Read the script I wrote. Upgrade boats. I want them to buy one.
I've almost got him, Donnie. Okay. The badass wave buster, beast on the water.
And tell Chick he looks thinner and he'll buy it.
Get a free tube if you're not a lard queen or like pork.
I ain't even gave my pager number, man.
Donnie, all right, I'm not going to do this anymore, Donnie.
Get back to work, Randy. You screwed it up anyway.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Oh, yeah.
And the sign said anybody caught trespassing will be shot on sight. So I jumped over the fence and yelled at the house, "Hey, what gives?"
John Joseph is our guest.
Try to figure out the words. Nobody. Dylan. Do you know the words to Dylan songs?
Not one of them.
Here's every song ever written by Bob Dylan.
All right.
Did I get them all? Did I miss any?
Hey, you got him.
Holy mackerel, Andy. Is that really his voice?
I think it is.
Come on. You think when Bob Dylan was in kindergarten class, he was saying stuff like, he took my glue.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Chickster.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Just getting ready over here. You know what we're doing today, don't you?
What are we doing?
I know that wasn't yesterday National Spaghetti Day?
It sure was.
Well, today it's not.
It's spaghetti time.
No, it's not spaghetti time. It's pizza time. We are doing the Big Green Egg Pizza Grill Out. We'll start that in about 30 minutes or so. So certainly looking forward to some pizza. Tell you how you can use your Big Green Egg. Speaking of the Big Green Egg, Trent Stover from Gallipolis, Ohio, is our Week 17 winner in the Bob and Tom Pigkin Pickum. And I will remind you, he won a Big Green Egg Mini Max. You can win one this week, and there is not a Thursday night game tonight. But there are, of course, games. This will officially be Week 18 in the NFL. And all you got to do is go to bobandtom.com/contest, pick the winners, and whoever gets the most wins. There's a bunch of other complicated rules about ties. But Trent was the only one who got 15 of 15. Obviously, we are not including the Cincinnati-Buffalo game due to current circumstance. But we're moving forward here. And as is the NFL. And Chick McGee, you said that so far all the news out of Cincinnati is good from the hospital?
Yes, all positive reports about Damar Hamlin and his situation.
Well, that's good. And then there's a complicated theory about how they're going to do the playoffs?
Yep. Okay, here it is. Once again, not taking questions. If you feel like you have a question, you all have computers in front of you.
Not even questions from your little buddy, Willie?
All right, I'll take a question from Willie.
Very cool.
Ask him a dumb one.
According to rumors and Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio, who sort of kind of knows what he's talking about. I like that guy. The league is considering having the Bengals and Bills face off next week while the rest of the AFC has a bye when the playoffs start. The NFC would play the first round of the playoffs that week. Bengals and Bills would be the only game in the AFC. Then the following week, the NFC would have a bye week, and then the AFC would all play.
That makes
Everybody
sense.
got that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, week 19, Bengals, Bills, NFC wildcard playoffs, AFC playoffs, everybody takes a bye. Week 20, AFC wildcard playoffs, NFC playoffs, they take a bye. There you go. Just that simple.
And that does not, I'm not asking a question, I'm making a statement. That does not then absorb that special week between the Super Bowl and...
It does not absorb that special week.
All right, that's a good
idea. That special week's still open. Yes, Willie.
Will the game start with 6 minutes left in the first quarter, the score 7-3 like it was, or is it a whole new game?
That's a good question.
They have to, no, they can't take those points away from the Bengals. That wouldn't be fair.
I don't know.
That wouldn't be fair.
Well, in a baseball game, it would start over because it didn't go over half or whatever it would be. It didn't go over, what is it, 4.5 innings or 3.5 innings, entire game, 4.5 innings. And this now counts as a complete game if there's a rain out, right?
Well, we'll see. I think it wouldn't be fair. I think they just start the clock where it was and go.
I think that would be, I don't know, triply creepy. I'm not sure.
Fairness is the thing we're looking for here, not an emotional reaction to a difficult situation.
Well,
that wasn't a question, so you can't get mad at me. Technically, right, Josh?
Now you're asking me what the emotional reaction is going to be?
No.
From an incredibly emotional situation?
Yeah.
Is that?
I'm just saying. Fair would be fair. And
you know what, Chick? Now I see why you're not going to take questions. I apologize. This is all my fault. Let's move on.
I think it is. Texas A&M found itself in an embarrassing dilemma last night.
What does the A&M stand for?
For those mercantile? Agricultural and mining, I think. I think the M's mining.
Is it?
Look that up. Somebody look that up.
Mulch.
Texas A&M. Go ahead. What do you think that?
Thank you, Pat.
Man, I hope it's agriculture.
If it's mulch.
I really hope it's mulch.
Anyway, about 10 minutes before the start of the SEC.
Agricultural and Mechanical University.
Son of a gun. It could have been mining.
Could have been.
Mining.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Following a team prayer before returning to the court for the final round of pregame warm-ups, the Aggies realized they forgot their jerseys at the team hotel.
Oops.
I forgot the jerseys in my hotel, Texas A&M coach Buzz Williams said. No comment on how I got the name Buzz. That's probably the right way to say it because I used to be a manager for a basketball team, and if that would have happened, my head coach would have stuck up for me and said it was his fault. You don't want the jerseys to get wrinkled, so I hang them in my room, and then I just forgot to put them on the bus. Our players are the ones that recognize it because they warm up. This is your other answer to your question. They warm up without their jerseys so they don't get all sweaty.
That makes sense.
So it's my fault. It won't happen again, and I apologize.
What'd they do?
Well, they had to scurry back. The game delayed 15 minutes.
Oh.
Texas A&M, they scurried back to the hotel to get the jerseys. However, the Aggies were assessed an administrative technical foul. Florida guard Will Richards sank before opening tip-off to give Florida a 1-0 lead. Yep.
That's really funny.
And Texas A&M took a 34-23 lead into halftime and held on, 66-63 win for the game. So there you go. Here we go.
No,
Here's Tom's thoughts on everyday life.
Don't think we praise these equipment people enough.
Oh, they are unsung heroes for sure.
Stuff they have to take.
First of all, have you seen those cases? They've got to be heavy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the smell, can you imagine?
So much work.
Do you guys know how long it takes to re-snap breakaway pants after the fellas tear them off? It's hours.
Ball sweats everywhere.
Oh, God.
But, you've got all that stuff. I can easily see how they'd forget something. They have to have so much stuff, so much equipment. I know the unsung heroes of the NFL.
Coach sounds like a control freak. He likes to hang the jerseys in his room before the game.
Late at night.
Yeah, I wonder what else happens.
Pre-version.
That's him and the jerseys. This is why I got into
He's
basketball.
a filthy prevert.
That's not sweat, Eleanor.
So in your scenario,
there's a lot.
Is Eleanor his wife, ex-wife, girlfriend,
concubine, grandmother,
grandma?
It's a lovely name. That was my next door neighbor's name growing up.
Yeah, an old lady.
Oh, very.
Yeah.
I think she was born in 1902.
Yeah.
If she were alive today, she'd be a saint because she'd be 100.
Eleanor's like an old timey name.
Beautiful name.
Conjures up thoughts of old ladies.
Eleanor, Bertha,
Thelma, Esther. Yeah,
Thelma.
Millicent.
Oh, I love the name Esther. Very good. Yeah. I'm sorry. So we have the lost jerseys.
Yes, Texas A&M. That's exactly right. And another update from, as soon as it comes up here, Damar Hamlin, of course, from Monday night, suffered cardiac arrest. And nothing but good news coming from UC Medical Center. He remains in the ICU in critical condition with signs of improvement noted yesterday. And continuing overnight, he's expected to remain under intensive care. The healthcare team continues to monitor and treat him. The Bills and Bengals game, of course, postponed on Monday night. He received CPR on the field. And we all know the story. And Damar's online GoFundMe for the toys for the kids is up to over $7 million right now.
Great.
That's starting out. Yeah.
Now, to go back a story, this isn't a question I expect you to have an answer to. But,
No. I love hearing the. I guess I don't mind the questions. Is that I'm fascinated that any of you think that I know the answer. That's what I don't understand.
I think you won't know the answer.
You've heard the sportscast for 30 years over here.
I'm putting this out for other people. There has to be a situation.
This ain't John Feinstein sitting over here, okay? Go ahead.
There has to be a situation in which a team did not, for whatever reason, have their jerseys at all. Not back at the hotel.
Do you want to hear the answer?
I'm just curious.
Wherever they're playing, odds are that the home team has their visiting jerseys close by, so they play.
Would wear those, yeah.
They should have to forfeit.
No, I'm wondering,
right.
A, if they would get penalized, and B, if they would do like a shirts and skins thing.
Shirts and skins.
I wrote down. I'm fluid and Tom. I know exactly where your weirdo brain was
they're
going.
not going to do shirts and skins. Chick is right.
What if it's the ladies' car?
Oh,
no, and also these guys are like 19 and they have a bunch of hormones and are still going through puberty. If they did shirts and skins, there'd be a lot of back acne to deal with.
Ugh. I mean, couldn't they just get like,
stop looking
15 white
Look
T-shirts?
At someone else.
Or maybe they could go into the crowd and find fans that are wearing their jerseys.
that's what they're going to do, yeah.
What a great idea, said no one ever. That's nice.
I can see this happening in a movie. Can't you see this, Josh? It'd be really fun. Hey, excuse me, ma'am, but I noticed you're wearing a jersey for our team. You must be, even though you're from out of... Could we borrow that for the game?
Yeah, I think any fan would be proud to have their jersey game worn.
Sure. It'd be fun.
I don't think the jerseys that people wear in the stands are made to fit over shoulder pads.
Well, this is basketball, Christy. If you're wearing shoulder
basketball.
pads,
I thought you were talking about football.
If you're wearing shoulder pads playing basketball, wow.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about
Now, don't
football.
you dare make fun of that question. That is right up your alley of Questionville.
Oh, sure. It's a stupid question.
Well, they can't wear shorts with football pants. They certainly couldn't wear the basketball team uniforms.
They wear shorts with football. Well, never mind.
Well, and during practice, yes, you're right.
Well, we're not talking about practice.
Oh, my God.
I bet the players are probably...
I know it's me. It's me, and I'm sorry.
I'll bet the players would like doing shirts and skins so they could, especially the NBA guys, they could show off all their expensive tattoos.
Maybe the players bring their own jersey just in case.
I never thought about that.
Maybe they have one. They have an extra, like you pack, in your carry-on bag, you have an extra outfit in case your luggage gets lost.
I bet there are teams that the coach says you're responsible for your own jersey.
Bring your jersey, dude.
I doubt it. Those guys don't even touch their luggage.
Yeah, they're not even. Most of those guys aren't responsible for their own children.
Yeah,
they can deal with an extra jersey.
I thought the tattoo situation was going to take off, but here we have a new county.
Kidding me? I wouldn't trust an NBA player with anything.
What about you need to change a tire on a Bentley?
Watch this. What about a hockey player? A hockey player, you could trust him with his sweater, right?
Oh, sure, yeah. Never do you any wrong, yeah.
They could never do it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay.
All the individuals.
Integrity.
Okay, here we go. Equipment manager. Who would be the toughest job? I would think the NFL.
Oh, it's hockey. 100%.
You think hockey has more?
Hockey, really?
Yeah.
Hockey has more stuff.
And the equipment's heavier. Right?
And
it's the smelliest of all of it. Yeah.
Tom, going back to your previous question, in the Pro Bowl, you used to wear your regular helmet. Right. So there's not one equipment manager for the whole Pro Bowl team. So
you have to bring your own helmet.
Yeah.
You have a little bag, like a bowling bag, like guys carry bowling balls.
I wondered about that. Who brings their helmet?
That's a perfectly valid question. This is the kind of hard-hitting stuff.
Who brings whose helmet?
To the Pro Bowl, you wear your regular helmet.
Oh.
At the most pointless exercise in a pretend game.
Yeah, why are they still wearing helmets at the Pro Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Who are they kidding?
Let's not just wear dresses. Sorry, Christy. A little sexist joke.
That's
Throw one in just to make sure that we're still alive. Well, thanks, Chick. That was very informative.
Shut up. More sports, including a really swell world record. This is amazing. I'm eager to hear about this world record.
Me too. I have a lot of questions.
Is it David Rush?
Of course, it's the man, David Rush. He's an amazing person. He should be on Mount Rushmore. That's him.
I'm certainly looking forward to it.
Me too.
I thought we'd feature a little something from our good friend Tim Cavanaugh, and a little tribute. This is one of my little girls. This is her favorite song.
Time helps some species come back and grow stronger. I'm glad one creatures, endangered no longer. I wanna fry up an eagle just to see. Fry up an eagle. Use the Colonel's recipe. It's still illegal. It shouldn't be. I need to know what one tastes like. I wanna fry up an eagle. My curiosity first killed the cat who wasn't that tasty. Frankly, I wanna fry up an eagle. They're dolphin free. Glenn Fry and the eagle said it subliminally. Did it, they're bald. Did it, and yummy. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Little Timmy Cavanaugh. Now, a chick, I may have an answer to my question. This says in the early 70s, Michigan State played at Ohio State. Michigan State forgot their uniforms. To resolve it, Michigan State wore the Ohio State red uniforms and Ohio State wore the white uniforms.
That's exactly what Chick
just
said.
That.
That's exactly what Chick said.
You got to start listening to the show.
That was a theory you had.
What is the difference?
Well, there's a difference between theory and practice.
Alvin,
there's a theory about how to fly to Uranus, but
And especially Ohio State. Chick would have known that.
Boy, where do you think we lost Chick this morning? 6:36 Eastern time.
Time of death.
So, in other words, we did better than Tuesday.
No, this wasn't anything you could have offered to the show that was a fact related at all. It was just a theory.
Yeah.
Okay.
In other words, we're doing better than we did Tuesday.
He's the one that knows everything. We just sit here.
Thank God.
Would they try to get
hotel, I think.
Would they try to get everybody their corresponding numbers and everything?
Oh,
imagine so.
What a great question. Have you and Ace been hanging out?
Sometimes numbers
we need
are.
to answer, how do the helmets get to the Pro Bowl for individual players, because they all wear different helmets.
Are they going to call everybody the same name because they're on all the jerseys, too?
I would imagine the separate equipment managers for each team have to ship the helmet
Yeah,
to
I would think so, too.
Yeah.
They don't get to go?
Just for one player?
You mean
No.
they don't have to go?
Okay, now you're trying to be irritating. Okay?
Well, no, because, they used to have the Pro Bowl in Hawaii, right? So it was fun. It was a good reason to go.
I don't know. Have you ever been to Hawaii?
Lately, they can't get even people to go because it's so boring and stupid. Well, when we come back,
No way to talk about Hawaii?
Answer many of these questions. We
My
have
favorite country.
Fascinating news story about how you smell, fellas, and what that may mean. Did you see this, Christy?
No.
Willie just gave himself a sniff. How you doing?
I smell nice. I'm sweating a little bit. You can see the pit stains, but it's just that sweat from the deodorant, so it still smells nice.
Did you bathe this morning?
I did bathe.
You still going with the Axe?
No, this is the Old Spice Fiji, my friends. I've upgraded.
Was it like on a college fraternity?
I'm sorry? No, Fiji like the island, I believe.
Oh.
It's
Boy,
not-
and that's a great head of hair you've got going.
Thank you very much.
Must be genetic. Your mother's side.
Oh,
Or?
Yes, Christy?
I did read this story, and it was very interesting.
About the smell.
About the smell. Women have great noses.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you like to put it?
Where do you shove that nose?
Where do you put it?
I don't put my nose anywhere. It sits on my face.
Someone somewhere is enjoying this.
Okay, we'll be right back.
I'm not sure who.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-2...
How's that sound? Well, that sounds very nice. Thank you. Haywood has his guitar.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead. I'm just getting ready for it.
Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18 wheels on a big rig.
Everybody, here we go.
Oh, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18 wheels on a big rig. And they're rolling. Okay, let's back them up. Here we go. Oh, there's 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 4, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wheels on a big rig. Okay, the even numbers. This is an easy one. Oh, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 wheels on a big rig. And they're rolling. Okay, by 1.5. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Oh, there's 1 1/2, 3, 4 1/2, 6, 7 1/2, 9, 10 1/2,
18
13. We on a big rig, and they're rolling, 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 rolling. Okay, the odd numbers. Here we go. Oh, there's 1, 3, 5, 7, 11, 9, on a big rig, and they're rolling, 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 rolling.
Math is hard.
Okay, Roman numeral.
I'm ready for this one.
All right, go.
Oh, there's I, V, 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 I, V, I, V, I, X, 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 I, X, I, X, I, X, I, V, X, V, X, V, I, X, V, I, X, V, I, wheels on a big rig.
Yes, very good.
Roman, 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 Roman. Okay, Roman numerals backwards. Here we go.
No.
Oh, there's X, V, I, X, V, I, X, V, I, X, V, X, I, V, X, I, X, I, X, I, X, I, X, V, I, V, I, V, I, V, I, V, I, wheels on a big rig. And they're Roman, 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 Roman.
All right.
Wow.
Zowie.
The backwards one. The backwards Roman
That's
numerals.
impressive.
Harbor, Michigan on New Year's Eve. We'll find all about that show. Also, Chick McGee with the shoe-in of the week as he picks against the point spread. Just tore it up over the holiday vacation, went 11-3 on the shoe. And again, he's just doing wonderful. He'll be picking today, hopefully against our winner from Week 17, Trent Stover from Ohio, coming up later this morning, right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Pope Francis is honoring his predecessor, Benedict XVI, the German theologian who made history by retiring. Francis is presiding over a rare requiem mass today of a dead pontiff by a living one before thousands of mourners in St. Peter's Square. Bells tolled and the faithful applauded as pallbearers carried Benedict's cypress coffin out of the fog-shrouded St. Peter's Basilica and rested it before the altar. Pope Francis wore the crimson vestments typical of papal funerals and took his place and opened the Mass with a prayer. In a world getting used to extreme weather, 2023 is starting out more crazier than ever. Meteorologists say a rolling Pacific Ocean is the source of what's happened in recent days. Natural forces such as La Nina are combining with a touch of climate change and a wavy jet stream to make things even weirder than what's been happening before. Torrential rain has turned at least one California highway into what looks like a river. And it's shirt sleeve weather in the U.S. East and record warmth in Europe. Tech companies of all sizes are showing off their latest products at CES, formerly known as the Consumer Electronics Show. The Las Vegas show getting back to normal after going completely virtual in 2021 and seeing a significant drop last year. Of course, due to the pandemic, LG unveiled a 97-inch OLED TV with what it calls a Zero Connect box that streams content wirelessly. Autonomy showed its latest delivery robot, which has a self-dispensing feature that means a package can be delivered even if someone's not there to collect it. And Holoride showed off a VR headset that it says can prevent car sickness in passengers. Just a few of the amazing things being shown at CES this year. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
They put the F in professional. It's the most talked about show on television, The Bachelorette, where 25 eligible bachelors try to win the hand of one single woman. And now, Bob and Tom Television brings you a new twist on this hit show.
She's 30 and single. She's...
What the hell do you mean by that?
Oh, nothing. Meet Linda Jackson. Now, here come the fellas. Say hello to Todd Williams.
Hi, Linda. I'm really pleased to...
Yeah. Next.
And here's our next eligible guy. Say hello to...
Hold it. Are you really going to say each time, say hello to Dick Ding Dong or whatever? Jesus.
Okay. Here he is, Jerry Peterson.
Hello, Linda. I can't tell you how happy I am to finally meet you.
Right. What do you do, Jerry?
Well, I own my own consulting business and...
consulting, eh? And when did you lose your Amway dealership, Jerry?
Huh? Sheesh, what a bitch.
She's the Bachelorette. She's single, pissed off, and is looking for money. Lots of...
$1,000 right here.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Josh is toying with a toothbrush, Tom. I don't know what this is all about, but good dental hair, care, I guess, and dental hair.
That's from your band friend?
Yeah. Our friend Tim Convey, who was in the band Ludo, he brought these in for all of us.
There's Ace Cosby.
I didn't get one.
I didn't get one. I think you all got one. I'm the only one that kept mine.
So I'm sorry. Why do I not remember why we got Is it a promotional toothbrush for his band?
Yeah.
I've got to shut up. It's all
Does
my
it have
fault.
the band name on it?
It has Halloween. It was the concert they were doing over Halloween. Yeah, in 2019.
Okay. I remember they were very good. I certainly enjoyed him. But why the toothbrush? What's the connection?
They were doing a kind of a non sequitur giveaway type thing. So it's just they're kind of a quirky band, so they have some quirky giveaways.
And no, we didn't get one.
Oh, okay. He brought
boy.
it. You may not have. Yeah. All right. Thank you. He said.
Hi, Willie.
Hey, man.
Everybody clear on that? Ace didn't get a free toothbrush.
No toothbrush for Ace.
Okay, here's Tom. How you doing, buddy?
Ace, I have a couple of toothbrushes in my office if you need one.
Christy didn't get one?
I remember distinctly handing him. Yeah, that's the thing. Nobody cared except me because he's
That'd
my
be
friend.
kind of cool. Maybe Willie. Maybe
And no one would have known had I not opened my stupid mouth. So I'm
no,
sorry.
Willie. I know that you're going to be doing a gig at One Night Stands in Waterford, Michigan with.
Yeah, I'm opening for the legendary Pat Godwin.
What? That'll be a great two-show. Look at this, Friday and Saturday. January 13th and 14th in Waterford, Michigan. What a great show. But I know, Willie, I know you have your merch, which is what?
I got papers. I got some lighters left still, and hopefully some honk if your father is Tom Griswold stickers. People like that.
Oh, nice.
So the lighters, what do they say again?
They say not for weed. It's a big pot leaf with the red X through it, and you can use these, cigarettes, candles, arson, just not for weed, depending on what state you live in.
All right, okay. So maybe, do you think a toothbrush would be a good bit of merch as well?
No, I'm very anti-dental health. People don't know that about me.
Oh.
Anti-dental health, anti-dentist, that elf from the reindeer movie. Hate that little guy.
There you go.
I'm, by the way, very pro dental hygiene. I want to thank and say God bless you, dental technicians and orthodontists, endodontists, whatever kind of dentist you are, I'm in. Thank you very much.
You've had some issues.
Happy to have my teeth.
Well, earlier this morning, we were talking about the Texas A&M basketball team. They forgot their jerseys in their game against Florida, I guess.
Yep.
They were playing in Florida, and they got to they were never wear their jerseys during warm-ups. They don't like to get sweaty, and they found out at the end of warm-ups that they'd forgotten their jerseys at the hotel. The coach did, evidently. He likes to hang them up. So they had to send the managers back, and that, of course, there are always questions.
I heard that the hooker in the hotel, he called her up, and she brought him over.
Oh, nice of her.
But now we're getting stories.
What's Rosalie doing? She seems to be in the road a lot.
Rosalie, that's a beautiful name.
Side piece.
So now we're getting stories from all across America about how their favorite sports teams have forgotten their jerseys, and here's what happened.
Okay.
Here's one from, let's see. Dennis in where? Michigan, because he wanted to get his letter read on the air. In the late 80s, sweet Lou Whitaker from the Tigers forgot his jersey for the All-Star game. He had somebody go to the souvenir stand and got a Lou Whitaker jersey, and apparently it was a It was a practice, a souvenir jersey that did not have a number on it. I'm sorry. And they had to write 1 on the back in black marker.
Hilarious.
Is what it says here. And I don't know if that's true. And that's what he played in the All-Star game. I don't think that would have been. And apparently, you would think Tom would remember this from Amy. Michigan basketball a couple years ago, a plane went off the runway. They had to play in practice jerseys for the Big Ten tournament because their uniforms were quarantined on the plane. That's all I've got.
Okay.
All I've got
reasonable.
So there you go.
All right. Okay. No shirts and skins, though.
No, Tom. No.
Be kind of funny.
They're never going to play shirts and skins in a professional game.
Well, I mean, if they didn't have them, I'm just saying.
I think in the game NBA Street, that was an option. Pretty good time, but yeah, not real life.
Oh, no. Okay, I'm sorry. Back to you. Back to the sports page with Chick McGee. What else is happening?
Well, pro golfer Scott Stallings will have a special guest at the Masters tournament in April. Scott Stallings, you heard me. Another guy with the same name accidentally received a Masters package with an invitation that was meant for the golfer. Wow. Stallings, the golfer, wondered whether he'd been invited to the Masters for a third time, but when nothing came by Christmas, he stopped looking. Hell with him, he said. I added that.
Hell with him. I'm going to Saudi Arabia.
That's right. Plenty of options out there for professional golf.
You don't invite me? I don't care about human rights. How about that?
The other Stallings, yeah, like the Masters. What gender are you? Hang on a second. The other Stallings contacted him on Instagram saying he got the package, and I'm 100% sure this is not for me. Stallings, the golfer, will host the other Stallings at the Masters. Now they're both
so nice.
They're going to have
That is
cheese
cool.
sandwiches, and
that's cool.
That is cool.
So it turns out they're both married to women named Jennifer.
Well, what are the odds of that?
Isn't that odd?
A lot of coincidences here.
Boy, oh boy.
Maybe they'll swap.
Throw your car keys in the hat, right, Josh?
Do it. Bang each other's wives. Live the life of a king.
You don't have to
Bang
worry
each
about
other's
yelling out the wrong name.
No, you sure don't.
Nope.
Unless one likes Jen, the other likes Jenny.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Are you a name yeller, Josh?
No, not a yeller. No.
Do you find it?
Whoa.
Pat, you got something there, pal?
Wait a minute. You started this. You're not a yeller, then what are you?
Oh, I'll say a name, but there's no reason to yell it.
You said a name like you're not saying her name. You said a name like you're saying just another name.
Well, of course not. I'm usually yelling the name of the woman I'm thinking about. So it's
Mom?
Mom. Mm-hmm. I'd like to bang my own mother, Willie. Is this the road you wanted to take us down?
You know what? You're taking out your aggression to him on me.
No, I'm not. He didn't say mom.
Oh,
you said it.
You know what? I'm deeply, deeply sorry, Josh. Is that good for you? My sincerest apologies.
I know I've said this many times, but I've never meant it more. This is a weird show.
Yeah. Pat, what did you say? What did you shout out?
What did you shout out?
What do you shout out in the bed, Pat?
What do I shout out? Shout out, thank you.
Oh, come on, you don't you say thank you, American Pawn, Lima, Ohio. So
I say a number of things.
You're just amused by all of our lives, aren't you?
To a degree.
He doesn't have time to think about us.
Saying her name at the right moment can be very effective.
Very erotic.
Yeah, it can be. Really,
We're getting to the actual woman you're with.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
If she says it to you?
I don't really care to hear my name.
Do you mean like some woman he's watching on video and you say her name? Is that what you're saying?
She doesn't hear that, by the way.
You prefer her to say, hey, mister.
No. yes. I want her to be a Depression-era street urchin.
Oh, that of course comes.
Hey, mister.
That comes from the great song, Hey, Sister, Go.
Oh, sister.
Hang on, Ace has a question.
I'm responding to Christy. Yeah, I like to hear my name, but I hate it when they just throw out the generic baby.
Really?
Yeah. That bothers me.
Okay.
So you want it to be very specific.
Yeah. Well, baby could be anybody.
Josh, do you like the phrase,
Hi, welcome to Learning How to Be Paranoid. I'm Chick McGee, and our guest is Ace Cosby.
Well, engaged in the most intimate of activities.
You know, if somebody says baby, it could mean anybody.
Ace, of course, raises a good point.
Anybody at all.
In the throes of passion.
Yeah.
Know where you are.
Josh, do you like
how do you not know where?
Let Tom get this out.
Do you like to hear the phrase, get it, daddy, get it?
No.
I've honestly, I don't know if I'd like it because I've never heard that.
I don't like Daddy. I don't like the.
No, I don't like Daddy either.
No Daddy.
No.
Come to Auntie. I don't like any of it. No. No.
None of those are.
Come to Auntie.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard "come to Auntie." That's a little weird.
No, get you there.
Unless her name is Auntie.
Yeah, don't say "come to me, baby."
Yeah, no. I don't know which aunt of mine you are. I could be any old nephew.
I'd like to, very rarely do I do this, I'd like to second the Chick McGee motion that we got to fix this show. It's too weird.
We're going to come back. Brand new show.
Brand new show. Dust
Brand
everybody
new.
off. We're going to be fine.
Yep.
Turn off faces, Mike. Everything will be fine. Perfect. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too...
You mentioned WVON.
Yeah, that's where my dad worked when he started in radio.
Everything in the world is not based around Chicago. Did you know that? I know that. I was just trying to have a nice conversation with my friend Roy Wood Jr. I can't tell you how wrong you are about all of that. I know Chicago is not the end-all and be-all of everything. That's not true. I think it's close. And what Roy doesn't know about me is that I'm a White Sox fan. And so he and I have some other things to discuss.
You know what's funny is that I found out from black people in Chicago that there are not a lot of black Cubs fans because the Cubs are on the north side and the whole racial divide in the city. And I went to Chicago and yay, Cubs! And black people were just like, what? Did you just say go Republicans? I'm
White
like,
Sox,
no.
White Sox are our South Side team. I'm a South Side guy, and I'm very proud of the ethnic diversity of our fandom. It's really good.
The Cubs had a black guy with a Jerry curl. It doesn't get more progressive than that. Have the White Sox had any Jerry curl players?
How are you?
Maybe Sammy Sosa.
How's it going? Sammy Sosa was a White Sox first.
Yeah, he went Rangers, White Sox, Cubs.
Foot behind his head.
I don't know how this. Well, I know how it started. Christie did it first, and evidently Roy has said that he can do it.
General manager. Yeah, I can do this. Take this, Christie. This is me. Leg behind the head.
When I hear the snap, I'm calling 911.
You should get on the floor and try it.
Hold my leg.
Okay, I got it.
And then I'm gonna go under. No, that ain't okay. No. Whew. Stretch my ass.
I don't think that qualifies as a success.
How about putting my leg behind your head?
Well, now it's gotten.
That could work.
We could work that out, probably. Work it out. I mean, my leg behind your head.
No.
Can't do it. Can't do it.
Detroit, Atlanta, and the Lakers all win in regulation. And also in overtime, the Sixers beat Indiana 129-126. Top 25 college basketball, Providence upset number 4 UConn. Georgia Tech beat number 12 Miami. Number 13 Arkansas beat number 20 Missouri. NC State beat number 16 Duke. Number 17 TCU over 19 Baylor. Georgia over number 22 Auburn. Number 23 the College of Charleston beat NC A&T, and number 25 Iowa State over Oklahoma. And just 3 games yesterday in the NHL. New Jersey, Minnesota, and Anaheim get the wins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
How many times have you been auditioning for like a civic theater production or a Broadway musical or a church show or a school show or something like that? And you had a great audition, you sang a song, maybe you told a joke or two, and then the director comes up to you and says,
Great audition, kid, and your resume looks good, but do you know any pig Latin?
You'll never be caught in this position again if you enroll now in Hachi's Academy of Theatrical Arts and Pig Latin. At Hachi Academy of Theatrical Arts and Pig Latin, you'll learn to act your way through some of the world's greatest theatrical masterpieces, and you'll do them entirely in Pig Latin. Things like Death of a Salesman.
At ye, ime ad day.
Oh,
nay. Umbe.
Oh, nay.
Umbe.
Old reruns of Hogan's Heroes.
Ink clay. Ooh, yay, idiot, yay.
Ooh, yay, Ice Ray, General J. Orcoulter Bay. And, of course, the classics of Shakespeare.
Ute eBay. Oye, atne, ute eBay. At they, is ye, aye, eschenque. Other way, aye,
There's still some financial scholarships available for women aged 18 to 25. Let me teach you to act in Pig Latin. For more information, write to Hachi or phone 1-800-UKSHME. Do it now.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Now, Mike, we don't really know much about you.
I think my favorite show right now is The Osbournes on MTV. I feel that's the greatest. Because I was always a big Ozzy fan, like back in the day or whatever.
Black Sabbath?
Sure, yeah, all the Sabbath albums. But then the show comes out and you see him, and he's, shuffling around and yelling at his kids just like every other dad, Well, it's a little different, Listen, man, Jack, you got to get the trash on the curb by 9 in the morning, man. We'll just sit there, to the next time, the trash people come around. I can't have trash sitting around. He's yelling about trash, man. I can't deal with this,
He's the Prince of Darkness.
I know, yeah. It's like, it's just like, I spent all day cutting out these coupons, man. I'm not spending $5 on, freaking grape nuts,
Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi, Chick.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
Jess Hooker will join us. She's out by the Big Green Eggs making pizzas. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
The Big Green Egg boys are here. Mark Sion and Tom Williams are. Oh, there they are, right there. I can see them. We have them on here in the big screen. And, okay, seriously, Jess Hooker looks like she's live from Washington. Jess Hooker is at the Capitol right now, trying to find out if what's-his-name is going to be the president of
the Speaker of the House.
Today I'm just reporting on pizza.
All right, something we're interested in.
Yes, exactly.
You've got kind of a trench coat-looking thing on?
I do, yeah.
It's very nice.
I have a wrap on, yeah.
Okay. Well, and you want to explain what you guys are doing with the Big Green Egg? I know we're, of course, giving away the Big Green Egg Mini Maxes.
Yes, we have Mark and Tom here again, working with, we've got 3 green eggs cooking today, right, Mark?
We do. We have the Mini Max, and, of course, we have 2 large eggs. And we're showing the versatility of the Big Green Egg. It is about the best wood-fired pizza oven you could own, and we've got pizza coming off. They're tasty. All made from scratch, too, these pizzas.
Yeah, Mark made, what did you say, about 40 different servings of dough?
During that cold snap. Yeah, I made dough for a couple of days, and Tom is actually back there cooking a Chick McGee pizza, which got grapes on it. I don't really know the story. Tom, you want to tell the story, or Chick, or what?
Tom, why don't you go ahead and tell
I'll tell the story.
Yeah, please.
Well, no, they meant that.
I think they meant that,
replay
Tom.
the call, right?
Okay.
There was a mysterious call that suggested that Chick McGee had some kind of
meeting,
romantic encounter with Miller Lite beer and grapes. Was it in at the home of Notre Dame University?
Well, if this happened, I'm sure romance was the last thing.
Okay. So, how long does it take to fire up the average pizza in a big green egg?
The fire up on the big green egg to get a good hot fire going, it really only takes 12 minutes. After that good hot fire is established, you put in your indirect cooking plate called a convector, and then you put your cooking grate on in a pizza stone, and then you want to let it rip, heat that egg up to 500 degrees, and then you start putting pizzas on, and you get a good crispy crust.
Yeah, the convector is my favorite superhero.
Really?
Right. In the universe.
No, he sounds like a villain, super villain.
Yeah, the
villain.
convector.
The convector?
Yeah.
What is he? He puts his ray on you and you burn to death?
Indirectly, though.
Oh, okay. So we're looking forward to a pizza from Mark and Tom and the Big Green Egg. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Jess, do you want to do your official Washington sign-off?
What do you want me to say, Tom? I feel like
this is Jess Hooker reporting live from the nation's capital.
This is Jess Hooker reporting live from the front porch. There we go.
Oh, well, thank you very much. These are going to be very tasty. Thank you, Jess. You look great.
That's my favorite thing that you do. You ask one of us to do something like that, and then you're disappointed with the outcome.
Because she didn't say exactly what he told her to say. That's why.
Wanted to pretend she was.
There's no back door at the White House. Did you know that?
Really? No rear entrance at all?
There's a side
when Kennedy was there was.
There's no side entrance either.
Remember that day Jackie was in the wheelchair?
Christy's trying to figure this out. It's all about words, Christy.
Gotcha.
There is a back door, but it's called the East Entrance or something.
I see.
Now, have we completed sports?
Yes. Let's say yes.
No, we had a world record.
Yeah, we got a world record. Stupid. With the #1 man in the world, David Rush.
Again?
Well, get a load of this. He's broken the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to pop 100 balloons with your feet.
Heels or no heels?
No, barefoot.
Oh, barefoot.
The balloons were laid out in a line on a gym floor in groups of 2, and he stomped on the balloons in bare feet.
Had to go back and get a couple he missed.
After 5 attempts.
True excitement.
David managed to pop all 100 balloons with a final time of 22.38 seconds.
How'd they keep the balloons on the floor?
Beat the previous mark of 24.9.
They taped down the balloons?
You know what? Wait a minute. They were taped down. And you're the one asking this silly, stupid.
Yeah.
That's a very good
because
question.
if they were just on the floor, they could be moving around. You'd have to chase them.
Well, then you got something.
Well, the thing is, it ruined this poor kid's birthday party. Him, stomping on all the balloons. No, I don't think they're allowed to tape them because a couple of them were drifting off.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you watch the video of this?
Yeah.
Wow, way to go, Tom.
Is he wearing like runner's spikes or something?
No, he's
or
barefoot.
cleats? Okay. Is this hot at all? Did it make anything move when you watched it?
Not me. I suppose if you have some kind of weird male foot fetish.
It's not a foot
there
fetish.
are balloon fetishes out there, too.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, it's the balloons that turn them on?
Some, yeah. Sure.
The popping of the balloon?
The knots.
I wonder
the
if there's
anticipation.
World record for a woman doing it in heels.
I guarantee
that would get some views.
Yeah, it would.
Well, congratulations, David.
No, they are taped down.
Oh, they are taped down?
Yes, there's a little piece of black duct tape.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. I didn't watch that carefully.
Like I said.
But it took him 5 tries, and I guess it takes quite a long time to get the stuff all set up.
Good for you, David. Go plan some lessons.
Now, is that our entire sports cast?
Allegedly a teacher.
Okay.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, always be a good sport. Christy.
Here's a story you'll love, Chick. A 19-year-old man is unicycling from Maine to Florida.
He's away from everyone. Good.
Mr. Avery Suter said he is riding from the eastern seaboard to raise money and awareness for the East Coast Greenway.
I hope he likes being hit with half-full sodas.
Which aims to create a network
urine
of connected cycling trails into one complete route down the east coast of the United States. Suter has already traveled about 1,800 miles and passed through 15 states since embarking on the journey in early September. He recently arrived in St. Augustine, Florida, and has about 445 miles before he reaches Key West.
There aren't 15 states from Maine to Florida.
The 19-year-old told WJXT-TV,
"We're on your side."
He expects to complete his journey in about 5 weeks. Wow is right. So what?
It's pretty dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
Not to mention a lot of uphills.
that would be hard.
Can you go uphill in a unicycle? Do they have gears and everything?
I don't know much about them.
No idea.
I mean, can you get a sophisticated unicycle that's got a derailleur gear system? And
I don't think so.
Yeah, you would. I think you would. Don't you kind of need the second wheel?
Yeah,
I don't know.
You need 2 wheels for whatever you're talking.
It's going to be really hard to go downhill all the way.
Not for a derailleur?
How did I get into this conversation?
The derailleur takes the chain and takes it to a different.
Yeah, I know. It always makes me nervous.
Sprocket or whatever.
Do you know a lot about derailing, Dad? Conversationally or otherwise?
I get
Yeah, it's in the Boer handbook. Perhaps you've seen it.
I'm asking you a fair question.
I can ruin any dinner party.
I mean, look at this guy.
Can and have.
How old is this guy?
19.
Oh, what a great way to disappoint your parents.
What do you mean? He's doing something for charity?
Drawing attention to himself.
Yeah.
What was the so-called charity?
Something about getting a cycling trail all the way down the whole eastern seaboard.
Do we feed all the kids?
East Coast Greenway.
Yeah.
I wonder what state he'll get severely beaten in.
Pennsylvania.
We don't have any clowns here. Get out of here.
He's not going through Philly, is he? Boston. He's going to Godspeed through Boston. Sir.
Well, he's already made it through all those
He
towns.
goes to Washington, though.
They call it Beantown because they throw cans of beans at this guy.
Oh, that's what.
Yeah, here's a Goya for your ass, kid.
Okay. Well, so he's how many states has he not been laid in?
All of them. Well, he's just riding through Florida now.
Can you ride a unicycle, chick?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Have you even attempted? I've never even
tried.
seen one.
Absolutely not.
I mean, I've seen them from afar. I've never been close to one.
Right. Me either.
Me neither.
Can you?
How do you get on one?
You're the daredevil of the party.
I have actually ridden a unicycle.
There we go.
Oh, of course he has.
You have? How far did you get?
Once after a few minutes, you get the hang of it.
No, are you serious?
Yeah.
Only after a few minutes?
When did you ride a unicycle?
He was in the circus in Florida.
No, I just rode a unicycle. Someone had one. I tried it out. It was fun.
Someone had
But it's
one.
tricky. I mean,
I would think so.
How did you get on it?
You just straddle it and go.
I would imagine the going is what helps keep. Yeah,
you got to get. You got to
stop it.
Shove off, as they say. But
But aren't they real tall? So I wouldn't be able to
Wait a minute.
just.
Is that what they say in the unicycle world?
Shove off.
You shove off?
Yeah.
That's the correct parlance.
Is that right? You mean is that the Unicyclist magazine, the shove off?
Well, you know who
see this
can
one?
ride a unicycle?
Shove off?
Yeah, Kostaki.
No.
And, of course, the great Sean Morey.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man song. He's the man. He's the man. I don't take no crap from anybody else but you. I wear the pants around here when I finish with your laundry. Because I'm a guy you don't want to fight. When I say jump, you say yeah, right. I'm the man of this house until you get home. He's the man. He's the man. What I say goes around here right out the window. And I don't want to hear a lot of whining, so I'll shut up. The sooner you learn who's boss around here, the sooner you can give me my orders, dear. Because I'm head honcho around here, but it's all in my head. He's the man. He's the man. And I can have sex anytime that you want. Because I'm a man who has needs, but they're not that important. And don't expect any flowers from me, because if I'm not mistaken, you prefer jewelry. I'm the king of my castle when you're not around. He's the man. He's the man. And I'll drink and watch sports whenever I want to get in trouble. And I'll come home when I'm good and ready to sleep on the couch. Because a man's got to do what a man's got to do, and I'm going to do what you tell me to, because I'm top dog around here, but I've been neutered. He's the man. He's the man. You the man.
You the man, Sean. Oh, that was nice. We've been starting to eat our pizza here in the Bob and Tom program. It is a very special day. We're doing the Big Green Egg Pizza Cook-Off.
How about this?
This is really good.
Really yummy.
This is
Really
great,
yummy.
Great pizza. We got Mark and Tom outside cooking the pizzas. We'll talk to them about how you make a pizza on the Big Green Egg. We're giving away another Big Green Egg. We gave away the Big Green Egg Mini-Max this week to Trent Stover of Gallipolis, Ohio. Week 17, the winner in the Bob and Tom Pigkin Pickum competition. You can enter for Week 18. The final week of the NFL season, of the regular season, excuse me. And all you got to do is go to bobandtom.com/contest. Anybody can enter. Just pick your favorite, the ones you think are going to win all those games. Have some fun. And you got to get your entry in prior to, there's not a Thursday night game. So is the first game coming up Saturday, I'm assuming? Okay, we'll get those entries in if you can today. bobandtom.com/contest. More cooking pizza news coming up. What else have you got over there, Christy?
Well, coming up, we'll have a splash-free urinal. That's the question. And can you sniff out a single or married guy? Ladies, we'll talk about that coming up.
Right now, I want to remind you that Steven Singer is our buddy. Not many people know this. Steven started out as a jewelry and a diamond wholesaler. He was selling nationally to other jewelry stores. So why did he open his own store? Well, he saw the other jewelers were focusing on the wrong stuff. So he thought he would take over. The jewelry business is not about, I should say, playing these weird pricing games. Steven wanted to help people celebrate love with diamonds, and he got it right. He's in the love business. Find out more by going to IHateStevenSinger.com, the place to buy real diamond jewelry for your real love. Steven, famous for his guarantee, for his fast and free shipping, and we've got Valentine's Day coming up just around the corner. Steven Singer, he's been in the love business for over 4 decades. No gotchas, no sales, nothing weird. It's just a smart, simple way to buy jewelry and diamonds for him or for her. Real diamonds from a real jeweler you can trust. Steven Singer. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. That's IHateStevenSinger.com. You can call, you can chat, you can text, you can even Zoom. Visit the showroom. Go online, IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming right back with whatever Christy said, and a statue with no head. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, you are. In your face. What's going on? Mark Allison with you here. Rolling through a Thursday. It's January 5th. We've got...
You know what bugs me about life?
What's that?
People who take a reasonably simple task and make it incredibly complicated, like making a full-scale Broadway show production out of drinking iced tea. That to me is really.
What's your problem? Why can't I enjoy my iced tea over here?
No, you can.
Did you bring your thermos? I did bring my thermos.
Can we get a picture? Can we get a picture of the thermos sitting and Christy standing beside it?
Yes, so they can get the actual full
because seriously,
spectrum of how big this is.
Easily,
that's bigger than Christy's head.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
That.
Christy could easily sit on that and watch a sporting event.
Yeah, certainly.
Well, what's wrong with having? You know what? I think we should have her sit on it. And we'll caption it "Sun Tea."
He's going to read some article or some idiot friend, and when I find the idiot friend who told you about this cold iced tea, I'm going to punch him right in the face. I'm going to. Oh, well, you know,
who was that guy?
The best thing to do is to be in a separate studio because
Jeff, would you like a little glass of nice iced tea?
No, thanks.
It's delightful.
I love iced tea.
There's no ice in it, though.
God, no. That would make it
then it's not iced tea.
Watered down.
The ice would bruise the tea.
Yes.
No, the ice is in the cooler. I quit. I quit.
Can we get a picture of the iced tea?
How much does this add to your morning? You had such a bad morning, you said.
Are you getting up extra early now to make your tea? No, the tea was made last night in the car when I left this morning.
Oh. In the car? Somebody put it in the car?
I did.
You put it in the car?
You put it in the car?
Last night.
Last night, yes.
It's crazier than I thought.
Well,
I thought it was supposed
Three
to...
letters come to mind. OCD.
Those.
Definitely.
Are you kidding me?
I thought it was supposed to brew in the refrigerator.
That's old technology.
Only with Tom, the OCD is in capital letters with big lights around each.
I thought the tea was supposed to brew in the refrigerator overnight.
Tom's taking it a new step, I'm sure. Well, why not have it brew?
I call it not OCD. I call it CDO because I want the letters in alphabetical order.
have shelves next to their bed filled with prizes, depending on how well you did. You know what I mean?
That's a good idea.
Like they do at the carnival.
Sure.
They have something to shoot for, you know.
Are you going to take anything on that?
Right. I'm going to go for the Van Halen mirror tonight.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You just ruined it.
Frigamal Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Beautiful Katharina Witt of East Germany became a household name in women's figure skating after her gold medal performance at the 1984 Winter Games in Sarajevo. 4 years later, at the Calgary Games, she successfully defended her title. Then, 10 years after that, in 1998, she posed naked in Playboy magazine, a move which critics said severely tarnished her image and marketability. Men throughout the world were outraged. If Katharina were going to pose nude, why had she not done it in 1988 when we were all fascinated by what she must look like without clothing?
Yeah.
To wait 10 years after her physical prime, when we had all clearly moved on to Nancy Kerrigan, was a slap in the face to male fans everywhere and goes against the very spirit of the Olympic Games.
Yes.
Hello, Michelle Kwan, are you listening?
This has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
And Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Bob and Tom, you can pick your morning radio show, and you can pick your nose, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the
all come.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone in his A hat.
Which is cool.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Good friend of mine gave me this.
Yeah.
That's right.
I thought Chip gave it to you.
A lot of love in that hat. See, you're an agitator, is what you are.
Real troublemaker.
Tell you what, that was some great pizza. We're doing a big green egg pizza cooking today.
Well, keep an eye on your son, but wings are up, Willie.
Oh.
They made wings today.
We go to our Washington correspondent, Jess Hooker, in her trench coat.
Hello.
Out on the porch with Mark and Tom.
Morning.
And they're making stuff with the big green egg. The pizza was delicious. Thank you very much, Mark. Did you get a chance to taste that, Jess?
Yeah, I did. It was awesome.
Yeah.
But we have a really special pizza for you guys right now. It is the grape pizza that our friend Tom made in honor of the Miller Lite grapes story from, was that somewhere in Illinois, Chick? Do you remember?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne.
Oh, I thought it was South Bend.
My mistake. So, yeah, we're going to have that pizza to try this break.
Oh, I thought that was a joke the gentleman was making, but apparently there is a pizza so we can remember that story. This is a great morning.
Do we get a Miller Lite with it, Jess?
It is served best with Miller Lite, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, once again, the essence of the story is that...
Let Chick tell the story.
No, you go
Chick
ahead.
can't remember the story.
No, I don't remember the story.
some woman wrote a letter saying that she'd had a romantic
No, she didn't.
encounter.
She called us.
She called.
And
On the
before she
phone.
started telling the story, she went, okay, hang on. Is everyone listening?
Oh, that's
I want everyone to listen to
Sorry,
me.
I feel like we probably have it, right? We could play it.
Someone needs to shut their dirty mouth.
Okay, well, we'll move forward and get the great pizza. Well, thank you very much, and we'll cook on the big green egg. And once again, if you want to win yourself a big green egg mini max, enter our contest. You can be like Trent Stover of Gallipolis, Ohio. He was our winner last week. We're going to have a week 18 we'll have a winner coming up next week. And there's no Thursday night game, so you've got a little bit more time to get your entry and pick all the NFL games. You don't have to pick against the spread. Have some fun. We hope to see you in the winner's circle, if you will. Thank you very much.
In the winner's egg.
There you go.
Yeah.
The big green egg. Now, we return to the news desk with our regular correspondent, Christy Lee.
Scientists have discovered that women, through their sense of smell, can tell if a man is single or married. Researchers asked heterosexual women between the ages of 18 and 35 to rate the body odors and faces of heterosexual men.
Yes. If they're smiling, they're single.
Male participants who provided their photographs for the study were also given a T-shirt to wear for 24 hours. Researchers then snipped the underarms out of each T-shirt, which was stored in a screw-top bottle for the women to smell.
Really?
Female participants were asked questions like, how much do you like or dislike this smell, and how sexy does this odor smell? Ultimately, researchers discovered that single men's body odor smelled stronger to all women than the natural scent of partnered men. You can find out more in Frontiers in Psychology if you're interested in this particular study.
It is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
What is it? The single men smelled more like Axe body spray?
I don't know. Maybe they did wear more cologne trying to attract a woman rather than a man who's already partnered up.
Married men smell like too much alcohol.
Depression. Boredom.
That's pretty interesting. We had another one of these things where they cut up the T-shirts before.
Yeah, we did. And I can't remember why they did that. Do you?
Same deal. So they could do like a blind test and the what do you call it? Swatches?
Oh, it was a pheromone test back then. Remember how we were all talking about pheromones at the time and what attracted women? And
do you think if we blindfolded you and had you smell the armpits of me, Ace, Willie, Chicken, Josh, and Pat, you could tell who's who?
No. No.
Want to try?
No.
Don't make her. Oh, sure you do.
I mean, would it be like by deodorant then? Because you're all wearing deodorant.
But I mean, if you're blindfolded.
I don't know.
What's deodorant?
Well, then I'd know Pat.
No, seriously, do you think you could?
I don't know.
I'd be very interested to find out.
Is it during the show or after the show? Because about 20 minutes after the show, I have a very distinct smell, and I think Christy could pick up on that.
You sweat a lot during the show?
It was a weed joke. I smoke weed when the show's on. That's what I was going for. Could have made that more clear. My bad.
I'm sorry.
I'd like to try it.
All right, we can try it.
Let's get ourselves a blindfold. Just shove your nose right up in that arm.
Let's not. This kind of sounds like the let's sit around in pissy diapers all morning stunt you wanted us to do. Let's not do that.
Oh, come on. So single guys smell different than married guys.
Well,
And then guys getting a divorce usually smell like a hotel.
I believe technically we're all single, aren't we? I mean, technically?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
None of us are married.
So, yeah, how would we... Well, he just wants me to...
I just want to see if you could take a big whiff and know Chick versus me versus Josh versus Ace. You don't wear cologne, do you, Josh?
God, no. I use unscented...
Me too.
We're not allowed to wear cologne in here.
Chick smells the best, though. Chick uses, what do you use? Molten Brown, the fine folks over there? I mean,
I've got some Molten Brown, some African shea butter. Yeah.
Chick smells like a luxury hotel.
I smell real good.
You have African shea butter?
Oh, yeah.
What critter's that made out of?
Well, I can't tell you where I get it, but it's there was an importation act back in the 30s.
I see.
You can't really get it anymore, but I got a guy.
Yeah. Josh, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let's just say you were dating a new gal.
Right.
And she was wearing the same perfume your mom wears. Would that be problematic?
Well, okay, let's just say that those things are, yeah, I would think it might be, yeah. My mom never wore perfume, so, and nor does any woman I date.
Really?
Yeah, they know that I can't be around it, so I'm the wrong person to ask you.
Were you alluding to some kind of...
But I think it would be a problem.
Is it some kind of Freudian thing you're going for?
I'm just wondering. I think I've told you the story before. A friend of mine was dating a woman in high school, and then he met her parents, and her dad looked exactly like her, but he was her dad. And it just, the whole thing went to hell. He couldn't look at her and not think about it.
Have you ever dated a woman that has worn the same perfume as someone you dated before?
No, not that I've noticed.
Really? Well, of course.
Oh,
who am I
you know what?
talking
There was
to?
a shampoo.
Oh, really?
A girlfriend wore or used Biolage or whatever that is, and my ex had used it too, and it was a constant reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hated it.
I've had to ask somebody to not wear that before.
I've been asked not to wear Old Spice. I used to wear Old Spice deodorant.
Oh, really?
My girlfriend went, "Can you please not?" I worked for the guy, and I hated him, so I changed my deodorant.
There you go. Smell is very important.
Maybe it was just you she hated, and it wasn't the deodorant.
It turned out she did, but it didn't have much to do with.
It took a little longer.
Was
for
it?
me to
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
it out.
Right.
Now, so again, the premise, if you will, or the conclusion of this study is that women can actually smell the difference between a single man and a married man.
Yes.
So this leads to the possibility of a commercial enterprise for married guys that want to
smell single.
Yeah, it would be called like, take your ring off and spritz yourself with single man.
No, I mean, this all makes sense. It's all part of the package.
It does make
the smell
sense.
and the look, and everybody said sense of humor. No, it's just when the planets line up. Okay, that's what it. There's no explaining it, Tom.
Okay.
It's out there in the ether.
Okay, so in a few minutes we'll blindfold Christy and
It's
see if
fairy
she can
dust.
figure out who's who.
Pat, do you have a song?
I got something for you. Ooh, that smell. Freshly showered, a new Audi A5. Today's my lucky day. There's too many women. Take a whiff of me. Everything's going my way. Ooh, that smell. Smell that single man smell. Ooh, that smell. The smell of girls around you. Dirty pants and Cheetos. Spilled beer on me. I'm not showering today. Sweat and regret. The pets are wet. Cigars in the ashtray. Ooh, that smell. Oh, that married man smell. Ooh, that smell. The smell of desperation around you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So we'll do our little smell test coming up with Christy.
All right.
Okay,
Sure.
get ready.
Can't wait. Did you all shower today?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
I did. Check.
Is it Thursday?
Thursday,
Ace,
yes.
did you shower this morning?
Yes.
Okay. Pat?
We're going to do all the guys.
Every
I thought-
Tuesday, I shower.
Okay.
Tuesday. Well, I'm not smelling you. Today's Thursday.
I showered, Jesus.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll go back to the news desk. What else have you got over there?
Well, we're continuing with science. Apparently, they've designed a urinal that drastically reduces splashback.
Good.
The researcher Zhao Pan told New Scientist, nobody likes having pee everywhere, so why not just create a urinal where splatter is extremely unlikely?
What happened to the splash guard with Saddam Hussein's face on it? Man, that was funny.
According to Mr.
Man,
Pan,
oh, man.
the key to optimal splash-free urinal design is the angle at which the urine stream hits the porcelain surface.
The angle of the dangle and the...
Through computer models, researchers determined the optimal angle for humans is 30 degrees. Using dyed fluid sprayed in jets of varying speeds into a range of faux urinal designs, the research team hit upon the best urinal shape to reduce splashback. And the resulting design was a tall, slender porcelain urinal, playfully dubbed the Naughty Loo for its resemblance to a nautilus shell. Oh, so apparently it's got a...
Here it is. It's significantly longer than a traditional urinal. And
looks like a vajayjay.
It looks like a vagina.
No,
The
it's
one
not.
to the right.
No, it's not that one.
Oh.
Well, what's that one?
It's...
Is that some lady just walking through? What are you talking about?
They have 5 different urinal designs they're showing.
Nice.
Yes.
And then the one on the extreme right does rather resemble a...
Yeah, kind of.
You ever stayed at that hotel where you're using the urinal and you can see out into the lobby, but they can't see into the bathroom?
Yeah, it's in Louisville.
It's
Really?
Yeah.
the one I'm sure it's somewhere else.
Interesting.
But
Sure, yeah, we had one in Philly. Huh?
yeah, it's very unsettling. I found it a little trouble to go, actually.
Oh, did you?
Very shy bladder. I'd rather not.
Well, this is going to go into production, I guess, is the question at hand.
I don't know. The findings were presented at the American Physical Society meeting that was held on fluid dynamics in Indianapolis. So I don't know. Maybe they will make the splash-free urinal.
I hope so.
I hope they make the AI willy shaker. No offense.
Do you need help with that?
Why'd you have to use that term?
Sorry.
So you want a robotic arm to come out?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm fine. I don't need
No
to.
joke.
I mean, give it a real toss.
Well, ripped another one off.
Yeah. It's torn off in the automatic shaker. We knew that was going to happen.
Hey, look, you want to make an omelet.
Yeah.
You're going to rip off a few.
Now, have you been into an older building lately? I was just in one a couple weeks ago at a show, and the building has been around forever, and they have those urinals that are gigantic and go all the way to the floor.
Yeah, I miss those.
Love it.
It's a lot of splashback onto the feet.
Nah. No, it's not.
I don't really care for that.
I love those things. I don't even hold it. I have my hands up like I'm on a roller coaster. It's a great time. It's my
And
favorite
yelling
thing to
wee.
do.
Yeah.
Wee! Yeah!
I don't like the shoe splatter.
No way.
No, Christy, I feel like we're leaving you out.
Oh, that's okay. I don't have to worry about such things.
Wait, you think they're working on a stand-up urinal for a lady?
Why?
Why can't they
I
just
don't
work
mind
on a,
sitting down.
Why
It
can't we all
doesn't
be
bother me.
civilized and let men go to the toilet as well?
I can
instead of
hover.
These,
I have good thighs.
Antiquated caveman urinals. That's just like pissing on a wall.
Oh, really? You'd rather?
Yes.
Rather use the bowl, huh?
When you're here, do you sit down for both transactions?
No, I don't sit down for any transactions here.
You like to hover and you like to hover and go.
I treat it like a carnival game. Whatever happens, happens.
Bombing Pearl Harbor.
Dad, to be fair, it is really hard to sit down on your car, so I don't know how Chick can make that happen.
That's true. I have a couple leaners.
Leaners. Left Tom a leaner yesterday morning.
Yeah. He didn't notice again. It's pretty funny.
Right.
Well, this technology, I hope it takes off.
Walks right through.
It looks very.
Now, would you? That one in the middle is very interesting design.
What's that look like?
Well, can you see it, Josh?
It
right
looks
there?
like.
It
looks like Japanese animation.
It looks like origami.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the one that's apparently the most
Is the long
splash-free
one.
is very long, and so the angle of the urine would be. So it hits it and doesn't come back.
Wouldn't it depend on how tall or how tall you were, where you hit the bowl, so to speak?
I know this one over here. It looks at that water. Looks like it's really cold. It's deep too. The classic.
What about a little person? They couldn't use it, right?
Yeah, no, it's quite low to the ground, actually.
Oh, okay.
It'd be very good. Well, thank you very much for that urinal update. Coming up, we are doing pizza here. It's delicious.
Looks like we have the grape pizza.
Cooking pizza in the Big Green Egg.
Yeah.
And if you want to win yourself the Big Green Egg Mini Max, what you got to do is enter. You got to go bobandtom.com/contest. What we're talking about is your picks for Week 18 in the NFL season. And whoever gets the most wins. It's that simple. And there's all kinds of rules and regulations involving a tie, et cetera, et cetera. But last week, Trent Stover from Gallipolis, Ohio, was our winner. I think we're going to talk to him today. Are we doing the shoe-in of the week today?
Yeah, if you want.
Right,
we could do it tomorrow because there's no game tonight, but we could do it today if you'd
all right,
like.
let's get to it. We'll get
Whatever
that
you want
on the list and get to it. Coming up, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. The show is also out there for you on our YouTube channel. Watch and subscribe.
What do you order at Starbucks?
What's the new thing?
Come
on.
There's something new?
Oh, Bob.
You know, with my overt masculinity, I can pull off anything.
What are you ordering these?
I have
something frou-frou?
No, not foo-foo at all. It's very simple. It's called a misto.
A misto.
Misto.
I want a
Misto,
misto.
horny. Misto, horny. Misto, Griswold, your Greek is ready.
What's a misto?
It's just
Coffee with
coffee with steamed milk.
Isn't that
Isn't
what
that
it
a
is?
latte?
A latte or a cappuccino?
I don't know what.
Intellectually, you have to be with all of us when we're frustrated with you because you used to stand behind a person at Starbucks and when you would make fun of them endlessly when they go, "I want coffee extra hot," and now you can't have your coffee unless the milk is steamed. You see
well,
why?
No, because when you put the cream in it, it cools the coffee too much.
What if it's? Oh, my God.
So you're adding cream already? You're adding more cream?
No. It's it's skim milk. You can get steamed skim milk. So
I don't understand the difference between a cappuccino, a latte, a misto. It's all steamed milk. They all add it to coffee.
Why don't you tell me the difference between a taco and a burrito and all the
Hard shell,
crap?
soft shell.
It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. See, there's subtle distinctions. See, Christy, that's me. I'm all about subtlety.
What do you say?
I'd like a non-fat misto, please.
A non-fat meat. Well, you got to say a size. Do you say that first or
Venti,
last?
grande, tall. What do you got?
Probably the
Do you
big
say,
one.
do you say a first or last?
First.
First.
I always do the large. If I'm ordering for my wife at Starbucks, I'll have a large coffee with that creamy stuff you put in there.
So
you
you're
mean
not
a
gonna
latte?
So you're not going to
grande? No,
you're not going to pretend you know the language.
No, because I don't know the language.
But I mean, if it's golf, would you say I want an iron, or would you say, well, I don't want to use one of the wooden ones. Give me one of the metal sticks. Oh yeah, I got you, Bob.
What are you talking about? You know what bugs me at Starbucks?
That's sad. I actually kind of got that analogy.
Did he say metal stick?
Metal stick.
I'm going to go over there and beat the crap out of him right now.
I got your back, brother.
You got to answer the phone.
I didn't see anything.
This is Larry King. Hang up the phone.
You let that phone ring.
As far as I know, he fell down a lot. That's all. That's what I'm telling
people.
He
was pushed down a lot.
Bob and Tom.
Wisconsin. That's January 21st at the Meyer Theater. Some great opportunities to see some live comedy. Get out there and support these young men. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed on this Thursday, January 5th. Officials in California have ordered evacuations in a high-risk coastal area where mudslides killed 23 people in 2018. As a huge storm barrels through the state, the storm bringing high winds and rain, threatening widespread flooding, and knocked out power to more than 100,000 people. Most of the San Francisco Bay Area will remain under flood warnings until late Thursday night. Meanwhile, in Southern California, the storm expected to peak in intensity overnight and early Thursday. Hundreds of people have been told to evacuate in part of Santa Barbara County, where, again, mudslides killed 23 people back in 2018. Tech companies of all sizes showing off their latest products at CES, formerly known as the Consumer Electronics Show. The Las Vegas show getting back to normal after going completely virtual in 2021. LG unveiled a 97-inch OLED TV with what it calls Zero Connect box that streams content wirelessly. Autonomy showed its latest delivery robot, which has a self-dispensing feature that means a package can be delivered even if someone's not there to collect it. And HoloRide showed off a VR headset it says can prevent car sickness in passengers. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
My best friend's parents just got divorced, and I've always had a crush on his stepmom. She's actually only 8 years older than I am, and I'm thinking of asking her out.
Do it.
Is this crazy, and do I need to ask my friend permission first?
It is crazy. Who cares about the friend? Live your life.
Your
Life is
stepmom
short.
is my slut.
Another Hallmark movie.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. This is Mark Sweeney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. The
The next time you're traveling, don't forget about the historical and beautiful state of Illinois. Catch a Cubs game at Wrigley Field in Chicago. Hit a riverboat casino in Peoria. And make sure you visit the charming community of Effingham, Illinois, where Interstate 70 meets the Little Wabash River.
And whenever you're in Effingham, visit the Effing House Family Restaurant.
Founded in 1854 by the corpulent railroad magnate Colonel Harry S. Effing, the Effing House Family Restaurant is one of America's oldest and finest dining establishments.
Start your day with the delicious Effing Country Breakfast featuring an effing omelet with toast, grits, and a big effing beverage of your choice.
Or try our BED, the Big Effing Deal. Once again this week, it's effing ham and eggs.
For lunch, try the huge effing burger. And fried in a rich butter sauce mixed with big effing egg yolks, we call it the effing heart attack.
It's an effing experience you'll never forget. And what about dinner?
Starship.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
Jess Hooker is out on the cooking porch with the Big Green Egg fellows. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. I'm Chick McGee. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
And here's Tom Griswold.
We got the call. We were trying the delicious pizza being made on the Big Green Egg. Mark and Tom were out on the porch with Jess Hooker. And Jess mentioned that we had the special grape pizza. And the origin and story on that involves the chickster and a phone call. And I actually have the audio here.
Oh, super.
This is it's a short phone call. Just give it a listen.
And I've got one more thing. May I say one more thing?
Oh,
I've been waiting 20-some years for this. Is everybody listening?
Yeah, we're listening.
Okay. Chick, go back 20-some years, 1998, Fort Wayne, Indiana, all weekend with me.
What?
There we go. Yes. Finally.
I have, okay, whatever you say.
Okay, remember, and listen to this. You went by your real name when you checked in, and you invited me for the weekend. Now, wait.
Oh, God.
I'm going to get shot for this. And you ordered grapes and Miller Lite beer.
Yeah, that sounds like me, all right. That's me, okay.
Okay, Deborah, we got to go here.
That couldn't have gone better.
You know,
I've known you for a long time. I don't think I've ever seen you drink a beer.
Everybody I've told this story. Oh, great, really, Miller Lite and grapes. Well, that sounds like you, all right. Yeah.
And spending a whole weekend with one woman in a hotel.
No, not a whole weekend.
Yeah, that's another.
That's the tell. I got another city to get to. Let's go. Let's get out of here. You got a late checkout. I got to get out of here.
I don't think I've ever seen you drink a beer.
I'll drink a dark beer every now and then. Yeah, but not.
Okay.
I like you get some vodka.
Yeah.
And then put some ice.
Yeah.
And then if there's room for ice, you put more vodka in there. Is what I do.
Then if there's any more room, then what do you do?
Vodka.
Okay.
Same thing. Yeah, it's the same joke.
We've got our Washington correspondent, Jess Hooker, in her trench coat, is out on the Bob and Tom Show porch with Tom and Mark. She's with Mark right now. And that was a delicious pizza. We just had the Big Green Egg Mini Max pizza, the grape pizza in honor of Chick. That was delicious.
Thanks, fellas.
I don't think it was the grapes that made it taste so good. Am I right?
I think it was probably the ham and the bacon and maybe the smoked blue cheese. Is that right, Tommy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, that must have been in honor of the porking going on. Am I right?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, all right, everybody?
There you go.
Yeah. There's a whole theme.
Smoking. The Big Green Egg. I didn't know you could make pizza on the Big Green Egg. And what did you call that thing? The conventioner?
Well, yeah, that's our indirect cooking plate. It's called the convector. So with the Big Green Egg, you cook one of two ways. Either over direct live fire, that's going to be steaks, burgers, brats, hot dogs, or you put the convector in, and that's how you cook indirect, like whole chicken, turkey, and, of course, pizza. So you have a pizza stone riding on top of the cooking grate, and you're cooking that pizza at about 500 degrees. The Big Green Egg is so versatile, and that's why we like to showcase the pizza on the Big Green Egg.
I had no idea it was delicious.
So good.
I love that name.
The convector.
The convector.
It sounds like something from a spy movie.
Yeah, Tom also loves the igniter. He loves the lighter that comes with your Big Green Egg. It's one of the accessories.
Oh, yeah.
We know how much he loves fire. Yes.
Yeah, we got the cool toys at the Big Green Egg. You know,
I love
all
the
the
smell
egg
of-
accessories to go along with your Big Green Egg.
Love the smell of a big green egg in the morning. Light that baby up. We're giving away another Big Green Egg Mini Max, as I just mentioned. Once again, our newest winner is Trent Stover of Gallipolis, Ohio. And we're going to talk with Trent, I think. Are we going to talk to him today, Dean? I think so. And he won Week 17. Week 18 is this weekend for the NFL. Pick all the winners. Have some fun. You don't have to go against the spread. Just pick who's going to win the games, and you can win yourself the Big Green Egg Mini Max. Details are posted at bobandtom.com/contest. Thanks, gents.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's so good.
Delicious. Very, very tasty. And we move forward now with Christy Lee at the news desk. Do you want to try our smelling experiment now?
Whatever you say, boss.
We have a blindfold over there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once again, can you just review quickly the news story that has spawned this stunt?
Yeah, apparently there was a research project done where scientists discovered women, through their sense of smell, could tell whether a guy was single or married. They used heterosexual women between the ages of 18 and 35. I'm half of that. I'm not between 18 and 35, but I think I could participate. They provided pictures for the study, and they also gave the men in the research project a T-shirt to wear for 24 hours. They cut out the armholes, stuck them in a jar, and had the women smell along with the picture. So I don't know if they saw the picture and the smell, or if they did it separately, because I think... Well, maybe you can't tell a guy if he's single or married by this look.
What was your
What
was your thought on telling if the guy was single, Josh?
He's smiling.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that would be
Glimmer of hope in his eyes.
Now, obviously, everybody here technically is single.
Yes.
Technically, I mean that's
all unmarried.
Yeah, technically.
Most in a relationship, but technically.
All right.
Say technically
Yeah,
again.
no.
Watch me
Now,
dive over this
Dean
counter.
is going to put the blindfold on. I think, to be
No,
fair,
I can't. You're going to have to clip it.
I will MC.
Wait a minute. Let me take my glasses off.
Well, yeah,
Sorry.
you're not going to need your glasses.
Okay, so she's got.
I'm not going to see the dark
Make my
without my
hair
glasses.
pretty.
Dean is putting on the blindfold.
Now, what she doesn't know is we brought in a greased pig. And we're going to
Pulled our piston.
Okay, can you see anything at all?
No.
Okay, now I think the way to do this, I will.
Do you want me to stand?
Sure.
Yes, out in the parking lot. If you could. That'd be
Right on the big road out there. There you go. Now turn around, please, so that your profile there. Turn around another. Other way. There, stop right there. Okay. Now I'll do the.
yes. Why don't you run this contest? Are you going to be sniffed? Because when you stop talking, she's going to realize.
That's why I said so. You can eliminate me for the first one. So, fellas, if you would kindly get up, and then I'll sort of point, and you can walk over.
Well, okay.
Now don't.
Are you going to stand up, Willie?
Now don't necessarily go to the first person. Okay. Now they're getting up, Christy. They're walking around. Pat is going to come in from the other room.
My room is locked. I can't get
take
out.
a big whiff right now, Christy.
I don't smell anything.
Take a big whiff.
Oh.
What do you think? What does that smell like? Is that good?
Very florally deodorant smell.
Okay, now take another whiff. It's a new armpit. Your thoughts on that armpit?
You guys wear the same deodorant?
You think it's the same guy? That was a different person.
Okay.
Okay, come on, take
That second one, was that chick?
No.
Oh.
Keep digging in. That's there. You can take a big smell.
That's nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. So,
That is.
so the first one was floral. The second one was.
A little less floral, but still kind of.
Okay, now take a big whiff of this one.
Oh.
Well, now, so there's the last one a little pungent.
No, not pungent, but a very different smell.
Okay, different in what way?
Not as floral, more manly.
More manly?
Yeah.
Okay, that was Pat Godwin.
Really?
Yes, and the one that I think you thought was really nice and pleasant smelling was Chick McGee.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Wait, so she's not going to guess who she thought was who? I thought that was the whole point of this, is that Christy was going to guess.
Yeah, I don't think
Who
she
was
could.
the first person? It was really smelly, feminine-y smell.
Okay, that was me. Thank you for that.
Willie.
Yeah, I'm very delicate. Never worked a day in my life. Soft hands,
Whatever,
good hair,
Nancy.
smell
Way to
like
go.
lavender. I get it. No, I get it.
honey, it's just your deodorant.
So
It's
Chick
got
smelled the
nothing-
best?
Yeah.
But I don't.
Chick, that's what kind of deodorant is that?
It's unscented. It's men a Mitchum. Sometimes I could skip a day.
Oh, I wear Mitchum.
It could be your fabric
It
softener?
could be that, or
it could be.
Or it could
do
be
you
his
order-
body wash.
Do you do a fabric softener? Or?
I do a fatty fabric softener. Yeah. Since my clothes are
sorghum.
Since my clothes are put on.
Yeah, I always thought it.
Sorghum, yes. It's a mix of sorghum.
It says 250 on the package. It's not how many sheets there are. It's
Right. It's for 250 and above. Fatty fabric softener is just like regular fabric softener. Bigger. Yeah. My clothes are bigger because my body's bigger.
You young broadcasters out. That's how it's done.
Do you use a fabric softener?
I don't. I hate fabric
do.
softener.
Yeah.
Does it smell? I mean, is that what I'm?
Yeah, and what I went to an unscented one, and then I'm going back to.
And
a
my guy
fabric
uses
softener.
a very scented fabric softener.
Do you like his choice?
Yeah, it's nice, but I had some laundry issues over the holiday break. My washer froze up, so he did some towels for me. And the other day, I pulled out a towel and I went, "Wow, this smells great!" And then I remembered because
That's the one I buffed my balls with, honey.
Oh, yeah. You got the old paint polisher.
What do you think of that, Christy? That's who he thinks your boyfriend is. How you doing, Christy?
You put your one hand here, your one hand in the back, and you buff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Buff up your balls.
I like the new Downy rinse. Have you tried that?
I have not.
Kind
How
of
about
lighter than a fabric softener, but it.
Sorry.
Well, you know the fabric sheets.
Good old-fashioned tennis balls.
Fabric sheets. What?
Tennis balls don't do a damn
Those
thing.
fabric sheets make your clothes gooey and sticky.
No, they don't.
Gooey and sticky.
And you
No,
hand
they
the stuff,
don't.
They make your
You think
fingertips all
that'd be,
gooey.
No.
You think that'd be industry-wide?
Okay.
We need to do something about gooiness.
Do you do a fabric softener sheet?
I do.
I do. Do you?
Yes, I'm a very loyal
Willie?
bounce.
Yeah, I do a free and
Pat?
gentle one.
Yes, my girlfriend does. Yes.
All of us do. None of us have gooey clothes.
Yeah, but your computer mouse is all slippery and
No.
gooey.
Oh. Well, first off,
Gummy. I think gummy's the word you're looking for.
Who's regularly on a mouse but Tom?
Yeah.
I know you've got one here at work, Chick, but at home you're
No,
not.
I use the laptop with the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to speak for you.
No. It's I
Yeah.
do have a on the button bar over here. Yeah, I've got that.
Okay, very good. Okay. Well,
use
a
that
fascinating study that you can smell a single man.
Thank you for all wearing deodorant. That was nice.
Everybody showered. We'll come right back. And Chris, you've got a teaser.
I think we should have a guy do it next time. We have to have a guy blindfolded and smell him.
All right.
And smell everybody.
Ace, you want to be blindfolded and sniff?
Or do you want to be smelled? Why don't you just go in the parking lot? How about that?
I think we should make Tom smell.
I want to smell the big green egg, guys.
I'll smell the armpits.
You will?
Sure.
All right.
All right.
Okay,
when we
need
come back.
Hey, Jeff, he's the camera operator.
Yeah.
We need a lot of still shots coming up here because I'm flipping him off in front of that blanket.
I don't want Jeff coming in here and giving me that crotch rot thing right in the face.
Oh, my gosh.
You know, there's not a week that goes by, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, I tell him how great he smells. And you think he's dirty because of his beard.
Okay, when we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules or just scroll down to the bottom.
Let's get back to the Chinchilla. We sent members of our staff plus Donnie Baker to your garage.
She is
My mistake.
so traumatized right now. She has not come out of her little house in
No doubt.
the whole
The
day.
Chinchilla.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's because she met Donnie Baker.
Yes.
True. Her ears are as big as Frisbees.
They are
Yeah.
very big.
I know.
I can't get over how
They're
horribly...
native of South America, and they use those to, they're nocturnal, so they
Must be a lot of listening
they,
going
they
on
do
in
a lot
South
of
America.
listening at night.
Size of those
because
ears.
you can't
do.
see very well.
And they respond, of course, with their brain by going, duh. I'm a Chinchilla.
Oh, wow, it's that great
Wow.
big thing right there.
That looks like a really nice fur coat that lady's got on. I wonder what that's made of. Duh. Well, I'm gonna rest for a while so I can poop again. Duh.
I can tell you.
I'm not like a dog. I can't play frisbee or catch. I just sit here going, duh. I'm kind of like something in a frame, like a picture, except I just go, duh, and then I poop.
Except you have to feed me and I poop.
I'm like a picture you have to feed. Duh.
I can tell you what, they don't come when you call them. That's for damn sure.
I will. I'll come if you call me.
24/7 so you can keep up with the Bob and Tom Show. Why else would you be listening? It's a great way to spend your mornings, and we're so glad you decided to spend your mornings with us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. By the way, you can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel anytime, even right now. Just go to YouTube, search the Bob and Tom Show. Next thing you know, you're watching the show in real time. Lots of folks like to gather around the breakfast table and enjoy a nice family breakfast together while watching the show. What better way to entertain your family than Chick McGee at the sports desk? That's right, keeping you happy, keeping you laughing. That's us right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Pope Francis is honoring his predecessor, Benedict XVI, the German theologian who made history by retiring. Francis is presiding over a rare requiem mass today of a dead pontiff by a living one before thousands of mourners in St. Peter's Square. Bells tolled and the faithful applauded as pallbearers carried Benedict's cypress coffin out of the fog-shrouded St. Peter's Basilica and rested it before the altar. Pope Francis wore the crimson vestments typical of papal funerals and took his place and opened the Mass with a prayer. In a world getting used to extreme weather, 2023 is starting out more crazier than ever. Meteorologists say a rolling Pacific Ocean is the source of what's happened in recent days. Natural forces such as La Nina are combining with a touch of climate change and a wavy jet stream to make things even weirder than what's been happening before. Torrential rain has turned at least one California highway into what looks like a river. And it's shirt sleeve weather in the U.S. East and record warmth in Europe. Tech companies of all sizes are showing off their latest products at CES, formerly known as the Consumer Electronics Show. The Las Vegas show getting back to normal after going completely virtual in 2021 and seeing a significant drop last year. Of course, due to the pandemic, LG unveiled a 97-inch OLED TV with what it calls a Zero Connect box that streams content wirelessly. Autonomy showed its latest delivery robot, which has a self-dispensing feature that means a package can be delivered even if someone's not there to collect it. And Holoride showed off a VR headset that it says can prevent car sickness in passengers. Just a few of the amazing things being shown at CES this year. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Before we go, thought I'd tell you the true story of Susie Suzuki and Sam Sammer.
Now, this is the true story.
Yeah.
Okay.
As told by yours truly,
Tom Whiskey, Frontier Doctor.
Yeah, good morning. Well, I never will forget it. Susie Suzuki had to get married at a very young age.
Yeah.
She was impregnated by her husband, Hyaston. She never really liked Hyaston, but they had 12 children. Hyaston up and died, and Susie remarried.
Uh-huh.
I'll tell you, it was really something because she married her true love, Sam Samurai.
Oh, touching.
Yep. With Sam, she had 12 more children.
Wow.
Well, finally, after many years, Susie died.
I wonder why.
I'll never forget it. I was standing right next to her at the funeral home.
At stake.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
Jess Hooker joins us.
Hello.
In the studio. There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Now we're going to do the smell test once again.
We're smelling each other.
A news story that suggested that they did a test with, I guess, thousands of women. They were able to smell which men were single.
Yeah.
It seems kind of fudgy to me, if you will, if that's a word.
But all of these surveys we have, you take exception to.
Well, this seems to lack scientific method. If they're looking at it, are they looking at the picture of the person and smelling them?
Well, maybe if you're single, your pheromones are heightened because you're out there looking for a partner, whereas partnered people, maybe it's more subdued.
Yeah, they have a perfume.
Yeah?
Lost Hope.
Okay.
For men. I'm sorry.
A perfume.
Yeah. It's more of a cologne, really, I guess, now that I think about it, Pat. Thank you very much. So I am prepared. Now, Christy, you did it. You were not able to identify anybody. You said Chick smelled the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I am prepared to smell.
What was the order? Can we?
Yeah, I got it. It was Willie, Josh, Chick, Pat.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now, I will.
Does that make sense?
You're going to have, someone's going to have to do the.
Yeah, it
Chick,
does.
can you do the play-by-play?
Sure.
So you will not.
I will not get smelled.
Now, I will ask you this. Ladies, would you also participate?
You have to take your glasses off.
I got to be. I just switched to a natural deodorant this morning.
Well, what does that
I don't think because I'm gonna stink. Like it doesn't.
Natural deodorants don't
They
work.
don't work. I'm still gonna try. It's Ursa Major. That's the brand. I feel like
it makes you smell like a bear.
they don't work. I know they don't, but I can't stop trying.
Well, I guess you would smell a little smoky because you've been around the.
That's true. Yeah.
Clip him together back there. Tom's put the blindfold on, and this will be great. If you think he sounds confused,
okay,
excited.
He's talking louder.
Yeah. I'm over here now.
Hold on.
No, I'm going to stand up.
I'm going to stand up.
That's how he talks at the Mexican restaurant, too.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
You're
Now,
walking
Tom is
towards the
blindfold.
wall.
We're having him smell each to see if he can identify a smell.
Well, you should probably stand over there.
Okay, here comes your first victim.
There you go, sniff.
Oh, geez, get out of there, Tom. Spend some time, will you? Holy hell.
Man, that was gross.
That'll be the standard by which I judge everyone else.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Tom smelling someone else now. Oh, for the love of God, issue some sort of comment.
It smells like kind of a minty, fresh deodorant.
All right, okay.
We have another armpit.
Another armpit coming. Another armpit coming. Yep, here it comes. Ready?
Okay. Is it there?
Yep, it's there. Smell.
Oh, even more minty fresh. That's
Okay. Even more minty fresh.
Yeah,
here's one. Here's another one.
Okay, another armpit.
Oh, well, God.
Oh, Jesus. That is very flowery. Wait, is it
Yeah, one more right here. One more. Watch your hands, pal. Jeez.
Again, very flowery.
Way to go.
Very feminine.
Could you identify anybody?
All right, sit down.
Armpits, I haven't.
We're all done.
No, you're done.
Let him see if he can. Yeah, shoot him in the head. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah!
I have no idea.
I don't have the order.
I don't.
so-
I have an idea.
I have an
yeah.
idea.
Jeff Oskey was first.
Yeah.
The one that you said you'll judge all others by him.
That was probably, I would say that would be the neutral.
Oh, okay. That's good.
All right.
The neutral.
I was number 2.
Right.
You said it was minty fresh.
But then the next one was even more minty fresh.
That was Willie.
Oh.
And that's what I thought Willie was. Your deodorant is very, didn't I say it was very florally?
Mm-hmm. But then the last one.
Well, then it was me. I was in there.
Well, and plus you had to bend over to smell her armpit.
Yeah,
I figured that was giving it
So
away.
I'm guessing that the last one is the most memorable. Who do you think that was?
That was the one that was really, really flowery.
Sure. And if you had to guess, who would you guess?
I would guess you.
No, it wasn't. It was your best buddy.
When you said I smelled feminine.
Pass.
That's interesting.
Are you using your girlfriend Paula's deodorant?
No, I'm going with a manly dove.
Oh,
Dove deodorant for men, yeah.
Dove for men.
Yeah.
Supposed to be the best, one of the best.
Oh,
One of the best.
I think Chick has the best.
Workhorse of the industry. Dove for
Number
men.
one. I only go with number one.
That was very feminine, frankly. I did.
And yet, Christy said I was manly.
Yeah, I thought it was manly. That's interesting.
I think Pat smells like fabric softener a lot. Yeah.
I use it.
Yeah.
It's in my pants, in my underwear, my shirts.
Yeah.
That smells like fabric softener and pawn tickets.
Whatever they smell like. Desperation and regret.
No, but yeah, no one had a bad odor at all.
No, that's what I thought too.
No one was really stinky.
No, I wouldn't.
But I
wouldn't
think
think so.
in this test, they had to wear the shirt for 24 hours. So I imagine they would get it all.
Yeah.
What do you do if you work
I
with
sweat when
someone
I
who's-
sleep. Do you sweat when you sleep?
Not usually.
I have the night sweats every now and then.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, me too.
That's
You
just
got a lot
poison
going
coming
on
out.
over
Yeah,
there.
yes,
It's like a concert, isn't it? You got night sweats, you're falling out of bed, you're hitting your head.
You got
Holy hell.
You got your
CPAP. Yeah.
you got your CPAP Steve Canyon mask on.
You see, they have something implanted now that you can that replaces the CPAP.
Yeah. I'm going to be tested for it.
Is that right?
Yep.
Is it like a heart?
What do you mean implanted?
Yeah. I've only seen a commercial. I didn't see how it works, but they just talk about it.
Yeah, I thought they just put it on you, but it's an implant.
It's an implant, and I think the way I
So
understand
it's like a pacemaker. It goes under your skin.
I understand it is that when you start snoring, it goes, "Auga!" And you immediately
You could also
stop snoring.
I could also lose weight too, but that's just too hard.
That's for the birds.
We'll find out about that, certainly. And in the meantime, I'll tell you quickly, I want you to get involved, as Chick would
Get
say.
involved.
In our Pigskin Pickum competition, we're going to talk with last week's winner from Week 17 of the NFL season. It's Trent Stover of Gallipolis, Ohio. We're going to get a winner this week. You could be that winner. Once again, go to bobandtom.com/contest and just pick the games. It's that simple. But how simple is it? Well, you'll find out when we get the answers.
Yeah, you'll
next
find
week.
out. You'll find out when we want you to know.
We'll talk with Trent and see what's up with Trent. He's going to pick against Chick McGee in the shoe-in of the week, part of the bonus prize package. You get to pick against the Chickster. Right now, I want to talk about stuff that's coming up down the road. That would be things like Valentine's Day, birthdays, et cetera, jewelry. You can never go wrong with jewelry. That's where Steven Singer comes in.
And Christy, if he doesn't ask us on the air, he did ask off the air. What day is Valentine's Day?
February 14th.
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you more about Steven Singer a little bit later on. What is it, February 14th?
14th, yeah, every year.
God, I got a birthday coming up, and I got the Valentine's Day. Oof.
Oh, is her birthday in January?
Yeah, no, February.
Oh.
But,
Two gifts for you.
Well, why wouldn't this be a great time to talk about Steven Singer?
We'll talk about it in a few
talk
minutes.
about it later.
Right now, I want to tell you that we do have our contest. I'd like you to get involved, and I want to say thanks to Tom and Mark from the Big Green Egg people. They made those delicious Big Green Egg pizzas for us today using, what's it called, the convector? What's the name of that thing? The
convector.
the
Goes in
convector.
it's in the green big.
Convector, what's your
sector?
Cooking it up and cooking
Very nice.
a pizza.
Thank you very much. Coming up in the news, Christy, what do you got over there?
Coming up, we have Are Women or Men More Empathetic? We have a UFO story. We have zombie viruses and toys for adults coming up. And Al Jackson next.
Al Jackson is next. Thank you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is comedian Rob Haney, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Can you believe we're to the final week of the NFL season?
Hey there, Bob and Tom Show family. Become a VIP member today. Go to bobandtom.com/VIP. You'll be able to watch the live stream of the morning show at your convenience anytime you want. That's right. No commercials. You get to see what the gang is doing during a commercial break. Usually Tom doing something weird or Chick eye-rolling Tom. Plus, you're going to be able to download podcasts, our catalog, other audio bits without commercials. You can watch the show on your big TV at home if you have Apple TV or Roku. VIP members, oh, look at that. You can watch us in your living room or in bed. Don't be weird. Become a VIP today.
25 college basketball. Providence upset number 4 UConn. Georgia Tech beat number 12 Miami. Number 13 Arkansas beat number 20 Missouri. NC State beat number 16 Duke. Number 17 TCU over 19 Baylor. Georgia over number 22 Auburn. Number 23 the College of Charleston beat NC-A&T. And number 25 Iowa State over Oklahoma. And just 3 games yesterday in the NHL. New Jersey, Minnesota, and Anaheim get the wins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Got this new venture. It's called Say It to My Face.
Oh.
Swear to God.
Cool.
Hey, Josh, let's say someone talks smack about you on Facebook or Twitter.
Sure.
And the first thing you do is you'd call me, then I go to their house. And when they answer the door, I'll just yell, say it to my face. And then I'll jack them with a blood dart right to the larynx. And Christy, you and your ladies don't got to worry either, because I got you covered too. See, my friend Tasha and I are launching an all-female company called Oh, No, You Didn't. Swear to God. Well, it's hard to spell it on the radio, but in print, it's badass. It's all hymenated.
Hymenated?
Yep.
So the next time some chick, calls another chick an obese whale when you post your porta potty selfie on Instagrams, just give me and Tasha a call. She'll go to that chick's house and slap the spit out of her while screaming, oh, no, you didn't.
Bob and Tom, 24/7. Oh, yeah.
Little ditty about Jack Bauer's plan to try and stop the nerve gas attack by the mean Russian man. Jack is hiding in the ductwork, crawling around. Then he pops up, pulls his gun, shouting, everybody down! Jack is just trying to keep America free. But tell him a lie and he'll shoot your wife right in the knee. Gotta get the intel, no matter the cost. He gonna give the wet list to that German dude who was on Lost. Jack said, Chloe, upload them schematics to my PDA. Gonna put my jacket hood on, hold my breath and save the day. Jack said, oh yeah, life goes on. Long after they set off the nerve gas bomb. Oh yeah, I said life goes on. Long after Michelle, Tony, and Edgar are gone. Little ditty about Jack Bauer's plan. Gonna whisper, then shout some, then whisper again. Curtis, where are you? Tell me about Mr. Cooper. Tell me about Mr. Cooper. Get in the chopper now. I said I wanted a cheeseburger.
Bob and Tom, well-meaning, but
yeah, they're all messed up.
More than slightly confused.
It's time once again for people who suck at small talk.
Hey, nice weather we're having today, don't you think?
Yeah, it is rather amazing the cyclical manner in which meteorological trends manifest themselves.
Jeez, sorry I asked.
Join us again next time for people who suck at small talk.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend, it's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 20.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello, Chick McGee.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Hi, there's Josh Arnold. He's here.
Hello.
Oh, there's Jess Hooker.
Hi.
She's in the studio in her news correspondent's rain gear.
Looks good.
Looks like a raincoat.
Kind of a camel-colored jacket, trench coat.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. Urging you to check out the Big Green Egg. And we sure enjoyed those pizzas. Thank you for helping both Mark and Tom, Jess. And, that was homemade dough in those pizzas?
Yeah, they did everything. He made 40, he said 40 servings of dough and put them in the freezer, so that was fresh. And yeah. Yeah, it smelled delicious.
That dough does get crispy in that big green egg.
Yeah, it was perfect.
And you could win yourself a big green egg. Once again, NFL fans, Week 18 begins Saturday. And to pick all the games, you don't have to go against the spread. And you could be like Trent Stover of Gallipolis, Ohio. He was our winner. Speaking of Ohio, another Ohio picker is... wait a minute, what the hell's going on? It's Al Jackson. Al, I barely recognize you've got the gigantic glasses on. What's happening?
These are my, the Irishman / a little bit of, dog track mafia guy glasses. But, I look at old pictures of my grandfather, and he had glasses like this, and it's so interesting, like how the fashion, everything is cyclical, because my grandfather used to be kind of, I guess, like a fashionable guy in the late 80s, but I look at pictures of him. He was a mathematician, but like he had on like the salmon pants with the white button down, the loafers with no socks, like a G.
Yeah.
Getting into just like an old school Chevy Bonneville. Shut up. Remember those Bonnevilles, like you could fit you could fit 5 adults in my grandparents' Bonneville's trunk. Comfortable.
Nice.
All steel.
Yeah,
like they don't make cars like that. It's like you're driving in your living room.
It's funny how certain fashions, though. I was watching a movie the other day with my little girls, and I forget. I think it was the like hot white pink suits that said "juicy" or whatever on the back.
Oh yeah, the velour jumpsuits. Yeah, velour.
Those were everywhere, and they are gone.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
They're gone until they'll be brought back. Because what Juicy was maybe like their early aughts.
Yes, absolutely.
So
yeah.
Juicy will be back. Like a 15-year-old will be wearing Juicy in like 2037. Like kind of ironically, but it's like I thank God as a parent of a daughter who is developed like a woman already. The TLC 90s fashion is back. So, yes, is there some midriff that keeps me up at night? Yeah. But I'll take that because their pants look like literally MC Hammer pants. So they're super bad. It's like she's wearing a sweatsuit all the time. I'm like, go with this theme. So I like, there's a baggy clothes theme for 15-year-old girls right now, and I'm hoping it stays that way.
Yeah, I would like, for adult women, I would like to place my vote for the permanent Hall of Fame, the yoga pants. We'd like to keep them out there.
They've been in for quite a while. Or in, I guess.
Keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think they
pants are here to stay.
Yeah, I think they just go by different names. There's tights, there's stirrups, there's yoga pants, there's leggings.
Joggers? Is joggers?
No, joggers is like between like.
Baggier?
Now, are clam diggers still a thing?
No, Tom.
I don't even.
Those are now muff huggers.
Is that capri pants? Is that what he said?
Yeah.
No.
They were called clam diggers.
I was thinking.
You could have said clam diggers or Frankie Avalon. Are they still a thing? And it would have said the same thing.
They kind of go just below the knee, and those were real big when I was
capri pants.
I think, Tom, with the yoga pants, they're the first clothing where men think women look attractive in them, and women think they're attractive in them, and they started making the yoga pants to instead of to work out in, which yes, some obviously you can. They do make sure that they, push everything up and in, and people, it's like it makes you look great. The people that you're around appreciate it, and that's why I think it's a win-win for both parties. It doesn't seem like, and I cannot speak to this, it does seem like they're going to be around because everybody feels comfortable in them. And as a dude, I work out in like those long legging pants. I guess they're male yoga pants. I guess what are like the under. You know what I'm saying? They're almost like Under Armour for your legs.
No, I'm sorry. I should introduce our guest. We're talking with comedian Al Jackson. Al's a very fun stand-up comedian. He's also one of the hosts of DBL, the Daily Blast Live, where he weighs in on pretty much everything involved in our world. And now, Al, are you technically a single man right now?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Now, let me ask. No, I want you to be honest. You're wearing a two-tone. It looks like a two-toned velour top, quarter zip, I think, and a.
No, it's full zip.
Okay, is it a full zip?
Full
and then
zip.
some kind of a cap Looks like a ski cap.
You need to tell Al that you don't care for sweat clothes, sweat pants.
I don't own any. I hate sweat clothes.
Yeah,
I don't
we
wear
know.
them.
Yes, there you go.
Tracksuits. Al, would you hit the even though you don't drink alcohol, would you hit the bars looking for a lady in that particular getup?
Absolutely.
Really?
And I'll tell you why. First of all, I appreciate you calling it a get up. You look great this evening, your get up and whatnot. No, honestly, I've always said this, Tom. I always use Dog the Bounty Hunter as an example. On its face, he looks ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But when Dog the Bounty Hunter walks into a bar, if there's 100 women in there, 99 are going to be like, what? Who is that? What that? I don't like that look. But one of them is going to be like, that's my dream man.
Yep.
You want to stand out, and you don't care about the other 99.
So you want to walk into a bar and say, "Oh, look, Urkel."
Yeah, whatever. Because somebody, guess what, Tom? One young lady was into that, and now I can be her adult fantasy come true. She's like, real life Urkel's coming through. I'm here for it. Let's go.
And then after they hook up the next day, he can go, "Did I do that?" Fun for everybody.
Al Jackson. Al, now you had some stand-up gigs over the while we were gone. I know that.
I did. Just shout out to Ann Arbor. Had a great time. Shows sold crazy well. And again, thank you, Bob and Tom fans. Y'all came out, showed love. I appreciate it.
Were people upset about Michigan having that game stolen from them by the bad call?
Oh, my gosh.
It was first of all, that was the day, obviously, I performed New Year's Eve, and I was so worried. I'm in Ann Arbor, and it's crazy driving around Ann Arbor when there's a game like that on, because it's like straight up like Friday Night Lights. Like, there's nobody anywhere. It's just, everybody's focused on the game. And then when they lost, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad. But you know what? People showed up. I think it helped that it was New Year's and people we're sorry about the Wolverines, but we need to shake this off a little bit.
Yeah.
So people came out and kicked it, even though it was freezing cold. So it was a good night had by y'all.
Good.
Okay, well, very, very good. Now, Al, you have been training to teach me to become a little more street, if you will.
A little more street.
To add to my honorary title as the hippest dad.
Is that right?
Girls.
Dad, you're not really street. You're more of a boulevard guy.
Very cul-de-sac.
I like that.
You're from the terrace, if you will.
Yes. Or cul-de-sac would be appropriate also. I'm moving to one.
Yes. Okay, here's a nerd question really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom, you've lived in nice neighborhoods a long time, and this is the only place you find these. The places that aren't like streets, they're it'll be Worthington Place.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Trace, I hate that.
Trace or Way. Is that a different type of street?
No, it just means that
a fancy way to say
the developer ran out of ideas, and I particularly despise it when they use the same. It's like in Atlanta, you got Peachtree Avenue, Peachtree Street, Peachtree Road,
Right.
Peachtree Trace. That's lazy.
Yeah.
It's
Lazy developing. I hate it.
I don't like that. I don't care for it. But shout out to the A. And
have you ever not moved to a place because you didn't like the name of the street?
No. I wouldn't. Usually when I'm moving, it's out of sheer panic and desperation. I don't have time to.
What were you trying to? Were you moving to O.J. Hitler Street? What do you mean?
At one point, I was looking at a house. I thought, somebody, I do not want that as my address.
Oh, my.
You write it down a lot.
You said that, and you actually meant it.
Yeah, I'm totally serious.
Okay.
Oh, we're not surprised.
Poorly named street. I figured if they name the street this poorly, the housing must be terrible. It's obviously a lazy developer. So, Al, I heard a story. I was riding in a vehicle between Denver and
Beaver
Creek, Colorado.
I was riding in a vehicle.
I was talking to someone, and we got talking about this gentleman's personal life. It was actually quite fascinating. And they had broken up, but he said the following line, and this is absolutely true. He was talking about this woman and she may have had some issues. He may have had some issues, who's to say? But he said, I was going to kick her out, but it was her place. Oh. Now think about that for just a second, ladies and gentlemen. I was going to kick her out, but it was her place. That's somewhat problematic.
Yeah.
He should have done it anyway, just for the sheer confusion on her part. Like, wait, I can't. I probably would have left if somebody kicked me out of my own place just out because I didn't. I was like, maybe I have to leave. I think that's the rule. You got to leave when they say it. Oh, Tom, before we go any further, I do want to say I did receive a gift over the break. And Tom, I don't know, is this in the camera?
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
It is beautiful.
Okay, can we describe what this is?
Well, I give everyone the same picture of me every year, and I have for 25 years. And then I had PJ, my art director, kind of Andy Warhol it up. And then I had a nice photograph of you, and he did the same. So now it's you twice and me twice. I did one for everyone on our staff. It's a collector's item.
Here's what I think of mine. It's just laying down here on the floor. So there's mine.
That's classic. Willie's got a great one.
Do you understand that I brought this on because I didn't know that this was you? So I was like in the Bob and Tom family figuring out who this dude is on this. Tom, for 2 weeks, I've been asking people, what do you think this meant? There's no return address. How did they have my address? I thought this random dude
from the Dukes of Hazzard.
I had no idea that was you.
That's so funny.
I had no idea.
Well, it's the best picture of him ever taken. He has a full head of hair. He looks great. Al, I was trying to talk to my therapist about growing up around a narcissist, but now I'm just going to bring in that gift next week. I think that'll do it for
I love it. This was worth doing the whole show because for 2 weeks, I have been like, okay, I definitely have a stalker. So I need to, when I approach this on the radio, I need to be kind in case they're listening and they're crazy. And it turns out that I'm talking to said man.
Yes.
So I am very happy.
See, every year, over the years, I've given out
condoms with your picture on.
Yes, condoms,
bar stools,
face masks,
dog bowl.
Clocks. We had
giant woven blankets.
Yeah, throws.
But it's always the same picture, Al. It's kind of a Dorian Gray thing.
Yeah.
I'm the one aging.
It. All right. Well, Tom, we got to get to a couple words because I know we're running out of time. And there's one that was so special, one phrase that was so special that I had to ask you, and I wrote it down when I heard it. Tom, if I said the phrase salamander on a slab.
Wow.
Salamander on a slab. Maybe my...
would it be some unfortunate tasting appetizer? I'll tell you what, that tastes like salamander on a slab.
No, but that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad.
Okay. Because, let's see, salamander.
I was wondering, I said either you would get this on the first try or you wouldn't get it. So...
Anybody have an idea?
I have no idea.
Is it weather related or anything? Like it's so hot out, I felt like a salamander on a slab. No, it's
good.
But Chicky, you're on the right track.
Does it have to do with our salamanders slimy?
No.
Okay.
But lizards like heat, right?
I keep thinking of the term when you have gravy and toast. It's on a shingle.
Oh yeah.
So
that's right.
I don't know. I'm going back to that.
Salamander on a slab. Well, what else comes on a slab?
Well,
dead people.
There you go. Oh, that's it. Is it the morgue? She was laying there like salamander on a slab.
Chick,
you're not listening
in the right direction about heat.
My guess was, I guess, closest in the extreme, but yeah.
I don't know
Lizards
much about
like heat, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So when would you be hot?
A wiggly woman.
I look good, like a salamander on a slab.
Yes.
Like on the beach.
I'm looking hot. Like you look hot. Like.
If I was trying to fix Christy up and I said, I'll tell you what, I got this guy for you. He looks like salamander on a slab. You'd go, no.
I'd go, what?
Of course you would. Of course you would, because that would have no context. But here's when you would use that. You would say, like you get up on Sunday, and this happens all over the country, and everybody, you got your one Sunday car. You clean up in the driveway. You get those custom rims, clean those rims out, and then you just go cruising at like 11 o'clock on a Sunday before the game start, and everybody's got their show car out, and you hit that block, make that right, and you look so hot. It's just like you just say, hey, Tom fell through. It's straight up salamander on the slab. Like he had everything cleaned up, looking good. Like you just
I like that.
You're that hot that you're like a lizard on a rock. You're burning up.
Ooh, nice. You've heard of that, right? A lizard on a rock. Yeah.
Salamander on a slab, baby. I guess
there we go. So Tom, I need you to use it in a sentence.
I'll tell you what, Kelly. I know you're out of town right now.
Oh boy.
I've been living in the hotel by myself all week.
Oh, yeah.
But when you get here, I tell you what, salamander on a slab,
No.
anvil, and a hard hammer. I'm creating new stuff here, Al. That's what I do. I think I actually got him laughing so hard he can't talk.
And a hard hammer. I believe that.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
You lost me, but you got me back with that last thing.
Okay.
You said hard twice because you want her to know what she's walking into.
Okay. Al Jackson is our guest. Al is a very fine stand-up comedian, and Al is also occasionally on the road. Do you have any 2023 gigs set up yet?
I have a few in the works. I'll have the whole calendar set up by the end of this week. But obviously, you can always grab a book, Where's Baby Ford, from my website, aljacksonlive.com.
All right. I'd like to see maybe you and Willie and maybe Oskay do a couple gigs out this direction. How about that?
I would say absolutely yes to that. Let's figure it out.
We'll get working on that. In the meantime, I got to get a little bit hipper. I need one more term to learn.
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Tom. Tom, if I told you to use the phrase peep game.
Say it again?
In a sense. Peep. Like almost like the Easter peeps. P-E-E, peep.
Peep game.
Peep game, G-A-M-E?
Yes, sir.
Okay, obviously, it has nothing to do with the so-called peep show. That would be too vulgar.
I don't know. I think there's some really artistically
Is this an adult thing, or is this like peek-a-boo?
No, it's just a phrase that you would use.
Not peep.
Peep. Like the Easter peeps.
Like he said, peeps.
I know, but a peep show, you're looking at things.
Yeah, but
yes.
These are your eyes. The slang term is your peepers. Didn't your mom ever say, "Now shut your peepers, chickie, and go to sleep"?
No, she just.
How would she say that, Christy?
No.
How would she say what?
Chick's mom, how would she say, "Shut your peepers"?
Now, Chucky, you need to go to sleep.
Shut your peepers.
Haven't I been through enough today?
Peep game.
Peep game.
Maybe is it out cruising, looking for the ladies, and you if things are looking really good, you got a good peep game going.
No. I like where you were going, but that's not it. Does anybody peep game? That's kind of it was a used phrase for quite a while. Jess, what do you think?
I have an idea. When you peep, like I think like peep his game. Like, look at that guy. Like, he's spitting game. Like, he's got it. He's hitting on women. He can work the room. Peep game like that.
That's more just game, and you're looking at somebody to lay it down.
Okay.
That would be like, remember we talked about Christy getting sauced up? Like, that's somebody getting...
I think I got it. I think we're all thinking too hard. It's probably peep game. Show me mine, I'll show you. No, show me yours, I'll show you mine.
Oh, okay. So literally the game
of peep.
Yes.
No?
HR. No. Peep game just means you're going to quickly run down to whoever you're talking about what's going on. So if I go, hey, Tom, listen, I can get us 3 free tickets to the Super Bowl. And you're like, dude, shut up. I'm like, peep game. My ex-girlfriend works in the ticketing office, and she said that so peep game just means like, look, here's how this is going to play out. Like, this is my game plan.
So it's it's an uncomplicated way to state something clearly, which I am incapable of doing.
Yeah, like
I have no peep game.
No, you can't own peep game.
Yeah, it's like a preface. Like this
You're
is
just
this
saying,
what you say
look what
before.
I'm going to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's my plan.
Check me out.
So Tom, use that in a phrase. Yeah, like here's the plan about how we're going to get into this nightclub for free, even though we have tennis shoes on.
Okay,
peep game.
Peep game. We're going to hang up on Al. And I'm going to talk about Steven Singer Jewelers.
Love you guys.
See you, Al. Thank
Have
you
a
very
great
much.
day.
Oh, what a great guy he is. Al Jackson. Yeah, well, let's set up some gigs with you guys. That'd be fun. Be great. Right now, I want to tell you about Steven Singer Jewelers. I mentioned Steven earlier. People kind of want to know, these days, a lot of these things we talk about the so-called origin story. And Steven Singer was actually a wholesale diamond merchant. And he kept thinking that the jewelry stores he was supplying weren't doing it right. So he decided, I'll do it myself. And he started Steven Singer Jewelers. We've been talking about him for years now on the show. People love him. We do get love letters because Steven is in the love business. If you go to IHateStevenSinger.com, you will find the prices are right, and he doesn't vary them up with weirdo sales. Because it's Thursday, you save. No. It's real diamond jewelry. and it's for your real love. And I'll tell you this, he is famous at Steven Singer Jewelers for his guarantees, including free shipping. And if you want to trade up, that's the place. He'll give you that replacement value of what you paid for it down the road if you want to get maybe some bigger diamond earrings. Get the details by going to IHateStevenSinger.com. You can call, chat, text, Zoom, whatever. Visit the showroom, IHateStevenSinger.com. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. IHateStevenSinger.com. Get that done today. And you won't have to think about maybe that birthday coming up or Valentine's Day just around the corner or whatever it might be. IHateStevenSinger.com. Coming up, we were talking yoga pants. Pat, would you play me your yoga pants song?
Sure, I'd be glad
I love that one. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got something to say?
I tell you, I am single now. This came up. We'll talk about it more later.
I'm sorry.
You're not going to be able to stop me. It's come out. But I tell you this much right now. I am trying to talk to girls. Yeah. And I'm young. I can talk to young girls. You ever looked at a young girl? They're great. They're great.
Yeah. Sure.
You ever talk to one? It's like torture. It's like having a conversation with a baby, except babies don't have dumb ideas yet. It's like if my nephew all of a sudden was misinformed about politics and had dumb dog stories. It'd be like I was on a date with him. They don't even know what to say, but I'll get to the naked picture in a second. I was talking to a girl. We were at a place that has pool tables. I go, hey, do you play pool? And she goes, I had sex on a pool table once.
Oh, wow.
That's a weird way to say you don't play pool. I don't even know how to respond. Was it a league? What is that? How do I go to that? What? I'm glad I didn't ask if she played ping pong.
Yeah.
But that pictures thing.
Yeah, you got to be careful who you send naked pictures
With
to.
these young chicks, they'll send naked pictures.
Yeah.
You can do it. You don't even have to. I was just texting back and forth with a girl, and she's like, hey, I like you or whatever. Do you want to see some good pictures? Hey, yeah, semicolon, close parenthesis, I do. And then she sends a few of them, and I'm like, hey, these are hot.
Yeah.
And then she's got short hair in one and long hair in the other. They just keep them on file like W-2s. From now on, send me your boobs and today's newspaper.
Yeah,
I want to feel
see
special.
them with today's headlines. Yeah.
You want to know that they're fresh.
Tom for you. Weekday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, they're all free and available for you. Extra content from the Bob and Tom Show right to your heart. BobandTom.com/podcasts. Download and enjoy. And did I mention they're free? You're welcome. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. Broadway found themselves in 2022 with eye-popping revenue for popular shows, including a staggering new Broadway record for The Lion King. 21 of the 33 shows available broke the $1 million mark for the week ending Sunday, and The Lion King made history with the biggest haul ever, an astonishing $4,315,000. However, Broadway audiences were not interested in the revival of Between Riverside and Crazy. Even with Common in the cast, it brought in barely $260,000. Sweet Dreams Are Made of These came out 40 years ago this month. Feeling old? Annie Lennox writes on Instagram that particular song continues to travel the world in the 7 seas ever since, which is wonderful and a miraculous story all to itself. Lennox celebrated the anniversary by posting a video showing photos of her and Dave Stewart from that era, along with the song playing backward. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
I can't imagine why we don't get any letters following up with saying, hey, you guys, thank you guys, you saved my relationship.
We're not inundated with thank you notes, are we?
That's never, ever happened.
I don't think we've ever gotten one thank you note.
So if you're listening...
Very upsetting.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Kid Tarmac.
Yes, it's time now for another exciting episode. Oh, no. Of Murray Whiskey, Frontier Funeral Director.
Oh, no. My hero.
In this episode, Murray Whiskey has just gotten married. And he brings his beautiful new wife to their honeymoon room, their suite. They're getting undressed on their wedding night there. Murray Whiskey drops his trousers, throws them over to his new little bride. Says, put those on. She looks at him incredulously. She says, go ahead, put them on. She puts on the trousers. She says, they're too big. I can't wear these. Murray Whiskey says, that's right. Remember that. I wear the pants in this family. Don't you ever forget that. She says, fine. She takes off her panties. She throws them over to Murray Whiskey. She says, you put those on. He tries. She says, you made me do it. You've got to do it. He says, okay. So he tries to get them on. Can't do it. He says, I can't even get these past my thighs. He says, I can't get into these panties. He says, yeah, and until you change your attitude, you're not going to either, partner.
A true tale from the Old West.
That concludes another exciting episode. Murray Whiskey, Frontier Pyromaniac over here. What are you lighting up the studio?
Yeah, this thing, it's not working. I'm sorry. Nothing. Just...
Brought to you by that new Japanese-Jewish restaurant, So Sue Me.
Thank you very much, Murray.
Hey, this is comedian Ron White, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Now, we've got a couple of heads in here that have a lot of skin on them. One would be mine. The other would belong to Clint Howard, actor. Now, are you in every one of your brother Ron Howard's movies?
Oh, no. There's been a lot. Actually, the one that stopped the streak was, Ransom. And then I wasn't in Beautiful Mind, and I wasn't in any of the Da Vinci Code movies.
Did that hurt your feelings?
Can I say it pisses me off?
Yeah, of course you can.
Sure. Your honesty is wonderful and refreshing.
Yes. Bob and Tom.
For your information, these are two of the worst kids I have ever encountered in my life, and I work the state fair.
We were...
What?
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's
Hi,
Pat
chick.
Godwin. Hi. There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much. A couple things I want to get to here. First off, real quick in the world of sports, on a serious note, things are looking a lot better.
Nothing but positive reports coming out of UC Medical Center and DeMar Hamlin, and he's the safety from the Bills, of course, injured Monday night during the Bills-Bengals Monday night football game.
Yeah, and a lot of really sort of endless speculation on the part of many broadcasters that rather than talking to medical professionals. So a couple of real quick things about that topic. The NFL has, on the sideline, they have independent physicians, for example, for the protocols for concussions.
Sure.
There's a physician on the sideline that can immediately pull someone from the game, and the coaches, the owners, no one can. It's
solely up to the physician.
So the NFL and the Players Association are really trying to do the best they can for these particular situations. So we certainly hope things continue to improve with the great medical attention being received at the Cincinnati, at that University Hospital there. So now, on a much lighter note, we have something called the Shoe-In of the Week coming up next hour, in which Chick McGee, who has a staggeringly good record now. I don't know if you heard about this, Jess Hooker, but during the break, Mr. McGee...
I left. It was 33 and 35. Like, what was that? 2 games under 500. And now, as we begin the new year, I'm 44 and 38. That's right, 11 and 3 over the break.
Nice.
With the prediction.
What's your best record to date?
Oh, God, I think I went over like 75% that one season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was pretty good. I don't think I've ever honestly finished under 500. I don't think. Maybe 1 or 2 years.
Christy
Can I
think you did one time.
Can I tell a
Well,
great...
I can't imagine Christy would have another opinion of that.
Of course I would. Yes.
I'm not going to say who the comedian was.
Okay.
But this is a true story.
He loves this story.
I do love this story. Don't say who it was.
I won't.
This comedian was in here, and Chick was having a really good year.
It was a hot streak.
Okay.
And
I was on a heater, as they say, Willie. On a heater.
You can't stop the kid from Ohio.
No.
And it was kind of late in the season, and this comedian was in here. He was a guest of the show.
Right.
And we were talking about this. And this guy was one of these guys that memorizes the sports page. He really knows sports. And
Gotcha.
We were not exactly aware that he may or may not have been a...
Degenerate gambler?
Degenerate gambler, okay. And when he heard about this, he immediately, during the next break, rushed to get the phone and call his bookie.
Really?
And took all of Chick's picks for that weekend and
wow.
Made some very serious wagers. I'm not going to say who it was.
And I don't remember how that turned out, but I can't imagine it would ever.
I can say who it was, but oh, look, let's play this.
I used to do celebrities smoking pot, and the way it was written was I was back in my fort when I was in high school, and they would pass it to me, and I would do like,
do one for us. You have to now. I didn't.
Oh, God, I have to remember this bit. This is celebrity smoking pot. It was written in like the 70s, so it was like Jimmy Carter. Yeah, that's damn good reefer. That was, the whole bit was all, everybody was Nixon, that's really good weed. You know, the whole bit. I can't believe I'm doing it. I'm trying to remember.
Give me more.
Here you go, Curly. Why, certainly. I can't believe I'm doing this ad. I'm not be doing. I'm trying to recreate this. Walter Brennan.
Weed's making a big
it's damn good reefer. Yeah, the bud's on fire. The bud's on fire. Mr. Haney from Green Acres. I did them all.
Do it.
Mr. Douglas, have I got a deal for you? A genuine imitation fur-line battery run bong for your smoking pleasure. I cannot believe I'm doing that.
Mr. Haney.
Now, I still do in my act, though. I do Barney Fife. Boom! What do you call that right there? The forbidden fruit. But I do all the characters of Mayberry in the show. Except for Howard Sprague. I could pull him. I used to do him smoking pot. Remember him, the town clerk?
Oh,
bow
yeah.
tie?
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
Gee, Andy, fire up a fatty. I can't believe you're laughing at this. I should put it back in. No,
Pot's making a big comeback.
This is the biggest laughs I've got all day.
Pot is making a huge comeback. You got to do it. Craig Shoemaker.
I'm going to drop the Love Master and put in the pot routine.
Do you do
again.
Floyd the Barber, too?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you do Aunt B?
Yeah. Andy, there are seeds in my marijuana.
Craig Shoemaker. And a classic piece there from Craig. Coming up, Pat, we're going to get your yoga pants song out. That's the last thing we do. All right. Once again, I'll remind you to win that Big Green Egg Mini Max. Be part of it. You can be like Trent Stover from Gallipolis, Ohio. He won Week 17. Week 18 starts on Saturday. Just pick all those games. And then, by the way, you win the Big Green Egg Mini Max if you win, and you get to pick with Chick McGee, which Trent will get to do. Is Gallipolis close to your hometown?
No, it's in southern Ohio. It's down near Point Pleasant, West Virginia, on the border there.
Oh, okay.
Where the Mothman's from. Mothman's
Really?
Prophecy. Yeah.
Yeah,
The Silver Bridge that collapsed
suffered through
Christmas
that
Eve.
movie.
Yeah. That's a great movie.
It blows.
Okay. All right. Well, opinions vary.
I was waiting for Josh to weigh in, but he did not.
Yeah, I've only seen half that movie, so I can't.
I wish I'd only seen that.
Just the moth part.
Stop.
He didn't
Mothman's a great movie.
The Mothman part.
When
he turns back into a man.
When we come back,
okay.
We every year a university in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Oh God.
Does a list of, you'll like this, Josh. I want you to get engaged here again. It's a list of words and phrases that they'd like to see banned.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Last year, I believe pivot was among them, which is one of my least favorite things.
Oh, right.
Then Washington, D.C., where they're going to pivot. And
Well, they have a term that's similar to that in this list.
A lot of beltways.
Yeah, a lot of dumb jargon. And the number one this year is a term I've been bitching about in the air ever since I first heard it.
Yep.
We'll find out what it is. Also on this list, another one I've been bitching about, gaslighting. I could not
No one knows what gaslighting really is.
I could not hear that again and be happy. A couple of them I haven't even heard, but they're going to try to. They want everyone to stop using them. So when we come back, we'll find out what those words and phrases are. And Mr. Godwin,
yes,
will have his special yoga song. And I will also remind you that Pat Godwin, January 13th and 14th, and Willie G at One Night Stands in Waterford, Michigan, coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment?
Let's get back to the Chinchilla. We sent members of our staff plus Donnie Baker to your garage.
She is
my mistake.
So traumatized right now. She's not come out of her little house in it.
No doubt.
The whole
The
day.
Chinchilla?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's because she met Donnie Baker.
Yes.
True. Her ears are as big as Frisbees.
They are very big.
I know.
I can't get over how
They're
horribly...
native of South America, and they use those to, they're nocturnal, so they
Must be a lot of listening
they,
going on
they
in
do a
South
lot of
America.
listening at
The
night
size of those
because you
ears.
can't see very well.
And they respond, of course, with their brain by going, duh. Damn a Chinchilla.
Oh, wow, it's that great
wow.
big thing right there.
That looks like a really nice fur coat that lady's got on. I wonder what that's made of. Duh. Well, I'm gonna rest for a while so I can poop again. Duh.
I can tell you.
I'm not like a dog. I can't play frisbee or catch. I just sit here going, duh. I'm kind of like something in a frame, like a picture, except I just go, duh, and then I poop.
Except you have to feed me and I poop.
I'm like a picture you have to feed. Duh.
I can tell you what, they don't come when you call them. That's for damn sure.
I will. I'll come if you call me.
Right there on the front porch of the Frigomall building. Thanks to the folks at the Big Green Egg for coming up, setting up, and cooking us some great pizza here on a Thursday morning. It's January 5th. Also, Al Jackson, Chick McGee, shoe-in of the week coming up this morning as well. He'll be picking against, hopefully, our Week 17 winner from Gallipolis or Gallipolis, Ohio. That's Trent Stover, who won Week 17. He got 15 out of the 15 games. We went ahead and just eliminated that Buffalo and Cincinnati game as if it didn't happen. So Trent was our only winner to hit all 15 games correctly. Therefore, he wins the Big Green Egg Mini Max, and you can still sign up to enter to win here. Week 18, no point spread. You just pick the regular season football winners, and you could win that Big Green Egg Mini Max. Details at bobandtom.com/contest. Good morning, I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed on this Thursday, January 5th. Officials in California have ordered evacuations in a high-risk coastal area where mudslides killed 23 people in 2018. As a huge storm barrels through the state, the storm bringing high winds and rain, threatening widespread flooding, and knocked out power to more than 100,000 people. Most of the San Francisco Bay Area will remain under flood warnings until late Thursday night. Meanwhile, in Southern California, the storm expected to peak in intensity overnight and early Thursday. Hundreds of people have been told to evacuate in part of Santa Barbara County, where, again, mudslides killed 23 people back in 2018. Tech companies of all sizes showing off their latest products at CES, formerly known as the Consumer Electronics Show. The Las Vegas show getting back to normal after going completely virtual in 2021. LG unveiled a 97-inch OLED TV with what it calls Zero Connect box that streams content wirelessly. Autonomy showed its latest delivery robot, which has a self-dispensing feature that means a package can be delivered even if someone's not there to collect it. And Holoride showed off a VR headset, it says, can prevent car sickness in passengers. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans. Padoom, 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 and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedian Roger Naylor is our guest from the Ohio Valley.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to remember. Is your wife a cop?
Yeah, it's not the traditional job like we were talking about. I mean, it is very, very romantic. We met at a Dunkin' Donuts. So. She hates that show.
I'll bet she does.
It is a weird job for a woman to have, but it has its advantages. I mean, what other job can you think of where the woman comes home every single night with handcuffs? So
sure,
we got a little game we like to play called Held for Questioning. On the downside, my wife carries a gun.
Oh, good point.
Which makes PMS a whole different ball game at my house. Our toilet seat stays down. I take no chances. I pee in the tub or out in the yard. I don't even mess with it.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, my wife is a cop. It's very weird being in bed with a cop. Do you know how embarrassing it is to be in the middle of making love to your wife and all of a sudden you hear, "What's your hurry, pal?" Do you know why I stopped you? Do you know how fast you were going? I gotta wear a radar detector on my wiener. It's a fuzz buster. Bravo!
Hi, this is Greg Warren, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Big green egg.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hello.
There's Jess Hooker.
Hey, hey.
There's Ace Cosby. Howdy. Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Howdy.
I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Didn't mean to distract you.
It's okay.
You all right?
He was waving his hand in the air like a maniac.
He was itching his elbow.
No, I'm wearing a shirt that doesn't fit because I'm living in a hotel right now and all my stuff is in storage.
How does that not fit?
Yeah, I was going to say, I've got
all your shirts fit like that.
You've stuck to the double X since you first started
I don't know
buying
what you're
shirts.
talking about.
But, yeah, so I was just stretching my arm out.
Tom, are you going through withdrawals because you haven't been able to do your own hot laundry every day?
Don't even start.
Oh, God.
Are you using the laundry service there?
No.
Oh, okay.
And I'm moving out of the hotel. Kelly's coming back. We're gonna move into an actual house temporarily.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's Ace, on the front seat floor of my car is a pile of dirty laundry. And you know I hate having dirty laundry.
Oh.
I do laundry every day.
You've got to be the richest homeless person in the entire Midwest.
You can go to Willie's. He lives right here. You own his house.
Christy,
Why
I've
don't you
offered
do-
it a million times.
Why don't you do your laundry
He's because he's impossible. It's
I have my own way.
Could you imagine living with your dad as an adult?
I did for the summer I came in. I lived at his place with Kelly and the girls for 2 months.
Yeah, but Kelly and the girls, if it was just the two of you.
Oh, we did that once.
That was
You know
so
what we did?
fun.
You would have loved this.
Really? Okay.
Willie and I decided that we were going to try every kind of steak ever made.
Oh.
And we did steak night every night.
And different rubs and marinades.
That's awesome.
It was the greatest time of my life. It was so fun.
That's awesome.
What a great bachelor thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad those times are over. That's a shame.
Well, no. I got a phone call
The
from...
best time of your son's life, you're sitting right there.
Yeah, but
those were the days.
Oh, but, I mean, I'm serious. We did steak every night, and then I got a phone call from my cholesterol, and he said, I'm up here.
Yeah, I bet.
That is a absolutely true story, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
God, those were good days. We'll do steak night. I love doing steak night. Do it again. Now, we were talking about yoga pants.
Got my number.
With Al. Well, no, wait a minute. We had dinner last night and lunch yesterday. We had...
He likes to keep score.
Never thought about it that way, but you're right.
I don't mind it.
We were
I like a receipt. I love a receipt.
We were talking to Al Jackson about various fashionable things that come and go, and I was voting that I want the yoga pants to stick around. What are some of the other fashions in the world of women's athletics and exercise? You remember those big floppy socks, the Pete Maravich things you guys wore for a while?
Yeah, those are called leg warmers. But also, I was watching Seinfeld the other day, and Elaine was wearing the one piece. It's almost like a singlet for women. She would wear those a lot, like in the...
Jane Fonda did that.
Yes.
She's famous for that in her video.
Oh,
yeah, made those very popular.
I think that's the Jimmy episode.
Yes, it is a Jimmy.
Jimmy's down.
Yeah.
I like the ladies' singlet with the zipper in the front, and then you do the front zip, you get the whole show. My favorite thing.
Now,
in the whole
when Jane Fonda did the zipper go through the flag from North Vietnam?
Oh, no.
Just asking.
How can you tell how old someone is? Well,
some
it's the
things.
Hanoi Jane, if you know who that is.
Well, thank God she married a billionaire. Let's see now.
Couple times.
Pat Godwin is in the next room, and you have a tribute to yoga pants?
I do indeed. I love a lady in a cocktail dress, but it's not my favorite, I confess. You know what makes me think of romance? A pretty woman in yoga pants. Yoga pants, they're tight and bold, and they mold every fold. When you bend over in a leg extension, my downward dog comes to attention. I'm behind a gal in yoga class. Can't take my eyes off her shapely ass. I shouldn't move, no namaste. Those yoga pants sure make my day. Look at the girl with the long blonde hair and her beautiful derriere. She turns around, caught me sneaking a glance. Damn, that's a dude in yoga pants. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I really love those yoga pants.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, future songwriters of America, the use of namaste in there. Very nice, Pat. Very, very nice. Now, we promised to talk about words. Josh?
Yeah.
I want you to listen to this one because you and I are both kind of sticklers about this sort of thing.
All right.
And words and phrases that we find annoying.
Yes.
Lake Superior State University's list of words banned for 2023.
Okay.
And GOAT, the acronym for greatest of all time, leads the list.
All right.
Yep.
And I've always hated that. You know that.
Why?
Stupid.
I don't understand why.
Because the word goat has a negative connotation. He's the goat.
Well, how do you think goats feel about it?
Yeah, you used to be the goat. Remember those days?
Yeah, I was the goat. Because
Yeah.
Daffy Duck says, well, looks like I'm the goat in one of the cartoons.
But also, greatest of all time, that's kind of flexible, don't you think?
Well, that's what causes conversation.
That's the problem. It's now overused. Plus, technically, it should be GAT. You would not put the O. You wouldn't capitalize the O, nor would you include it in the acronym.
Yeah.
True.
And then the other one.
English guy there.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Josh. And then the other one is they do the what is it? The four presidents on the wall. What's that thing called?
Mount Rushmore.
The wall?
Rock thing. The other Mount Rush. They'll do the Mount Rushmore of
That's
quarterbacks.
the lesser known Vietnam Memorial in Mount Rushmore. I don't know if you're aware of that. It's around back.
That's a beautiful Mount Rushmore.
It's got Nixon.
You don't have to talk. They'll go the Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks, and then one guy will have 6.
Yeah,
Not
that's
fair.
not fair.
Not fair. Yeah, I don't like goat.
LSSU said its annual tongue-in-cheek banished words list received over 1,500 nominations.
Did you hear what she said? Tongue-in-cheek.
Of words and terms for
No, but at the
misuse,
same time-
overuse, and uselessness.
Last year they had pivot, which I can't stand when I hear that.
This year's top 5 include goat, inflection point, a mathematical term that comes to mean pivot or turning point, so it's pretty much the
Have you
same
heard anybody
thing.
use that?
Only in math. It really only applies to.
I've never heard that being used in
pivot.
No,
inflection point.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, who's using that? That's not a mathematician.
Yeah, nerd. Huh?
I mean, to me, inflection point sounds like when you're supposed to take the cookies out. They've reached their inflection point.
Biscuits are done.
Inflection point.
You ever done that? Take a straw out of the broom and check the cake. You ever done that? I've never done that.
Not a straw,
Straw out of the broom.
I
I've
take-
used a
you
toothpick.
take a fork.
No, you get
No,
a
a
straw from the
toothpick.
broom and you go over to and stick it into the.
Are you kidding?
Where are you cooking?
The white trash fill. You guys have ever done this?
No, you use a toothpick.
Right in the old this quick and bloop, dip, nope, you got not done yet. Put it back in. And sweep up that dog crap, will you? That's the way I roll.
Quiet quitting also made the list, a
Never
phrase
worked so
used
hard
to
in my life,
describe an
really.
employee who inconspicuously
Oh, my.
resigns. The university called it trendy but inaccurate. I don't even know what
I
quiet
feel like
quitting.
you hear
I've never
no
heard
call, no show a little more than that.
No, quiet quitting is where
It's different. I think that definition's wrong.
Yeah, quiet quitting is where you kind of just do your job and you don't do any more and you don't exceed the expectations and it's just
So you're not actually leaving the company.
you're not leaving the company, but you're not doing anything extra and you're not trying to stay or get promoted.
Yeah,
or
you're
do more.
unmotivated.
Exactly.
You're just there.
Yeah.
Doing what you're supposed to do, and then you leave.
I've been doing that since 2020, since I started this job, man.
No, yeah, it is fairly generational.
Yeah.
No, I've never heard it.
For me, I do loud quitting, which is where I tell everyone I quit smoking cigarettes and then I lie to them about it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Gaslighting comes in at number 4.
Okay.
The dangerous psychological manipulation that causes victims to distrust their thoughts, feelings, memories, or perception of reality.
No, you just think that's what it means.
It was nominated. Thank you, Josh.
See what he did there was.
It was nominated for misuse, an incorrect catch-all to refer generally to conflict or disagreement.
It's based on a play that's, 80 years old or something?
Oh, I thought it was just a movie.
Yeah, I didn't know it was a play.
I think it started as a play.
How about that?
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, the movie's really
I
old,
must
too.
be remembering
Yeah.
it wrong.
So the husband would dim the gas lights and then tell his wife that they weren't dimmed, and then she thought she was losing her mind. Yeah,
That's a good flick.
And number 5, moving forward. And
that is an awful phrase.
Yeah.
As opposed to moving backward.
Well, you don't want to move backward. You never want to go backward.
Moving forward.
In the future, we're going to move backward. That'd be odd. Okay. Also
Those are
on the
your top
list.
5.
Also down on the list, the classic.
Oh, here's your favorite one. I know exactly what you're going to say. Irregardless.
Irregardless.
I mean, that's still on the list. People are still using it?
Yeah.
Well, irregardless of what you think, Josh, it's still out there.
Absolutely. Oh, wait a minute. That's on the list. Well,
was
it is
amazing.
What it is. It is what it is. Also on the list.
Oh, that's one of my least favorites. It is what it is. Wow, that sounds like it means something and doesn't.
I think that's usually to end a conversation. Like,
well,
yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
A chick has a story. Remember when you were backstage with Dr. John?
Oh yeah, that's the
Remember
first
that
time I
story?
heard it. Yeah, I was talking to him. Why was it? Was it just his band? I thought he was playing with somebody.
He was with Ringo, wasn't he?
Yeah, because that's the time I met Leon Helm too. Yeah, Dr. John and had the biggest joint I'd ever personally seen.
That's a spliff, right?
And I grew up with my dad, so keep that in mind. But I said, Doc, how you doing? He goes, everything's everything.
See, that's
But
like soulfully.
Yeah, when he said it, you felt it in your toes.
Yeah,
you know?
And he's so high, he thinks it actually has meaning. Everything's everything. You could do that with almost that.
Well, everything might be.
An anvil's an anvil.
Tom's got that right.
Hard hammer.
Regardless what kind of anvil it is.
A duck is a duck. No matter what, it's a duck.
Quacks like a duck.
Quacks like a duck. It walks like a duck. It's a duck.
It is what it is.
So absolutely is on the list.
Yep.
I guess that is overused.
I didn't see that. I just saw amazing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I kind of like absolutely.
Right,
Yeah.
but technically, I bet it is. It's overused and used when it's really things aren't actually absolute.
Also, does that make sense? That's on the list.
How does
Does that make sense?
Oh,
how did Karen not make the list this year?
Maybe it was on last year.
Yeah, because I think it was last year
Proper
before.
nouns in there, though?
I mean, I get disappointed whenever your taint doesn't make it. Certainly overused.
What?
Taint?
Where is taint overused?
Yeah, I think it's properly used, right?
No, sorry. maybe it's just me.
Or are you just talking about your taint being overused? What are you doing over there?
You get a tattoo in your taint, you're going to remember it for a while.
It's going to hurt.
I would think so.
Right now, I want to talk about my buddy Steven Singer. Steven Singer started out as a jewelry wholesaler, wholesaling. Is that how to say that?
Oh, yeah.
That's a word
He
used
was
too much.
wholesaling.
Excuse me. He was a wholesaler, for
Ahoy!
Diamonds.
I'm on the ship of bargains.
And he didn't like what he saw on the retail level, so Steven started his own store 4 decades plus ago, and found out that he liked doing it, and he liked helping people, and he did it in an interesting way. He decided to be real straight with it. Here's how much it costs every day. It's going to be the same. This is it. We're not going to do fancy sales, et cetera, et cetera. And he has been in, like I said, 40 plus years?
Yep.
Steven is in the love business, and Steven Singer Jewelers is famous for their free shipping, famous for their return policy, and famous for your upgrade. You bought it last year for $300. You're going to get $300 toward the next time if you trade it in. IHateStevenSinger.com to find out all the details on this. Real diamonds from a real jeweler. You can chat, you can call, you can text, you can Zoom. Visit the showroom or go online. And it's an unusual address. It's IHateStevenSinger.com. And it's STEVEN. IHateStevenSinger.com. See what I'm talking about. No gotcha. No weirdo sales. Just nice diamonds. Remember, Valentine's Day is just down the road. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Act right now. Get it done. Tell them the Bob and Tom Show sent you. IHateStevenSinger.com.
What's a weirdo sale? Hey, I'll give you this necklace for 2 snakes.
That'd be weird.
It would be.
Hey, just hang on. It's a disclaimer. Two snake offer void in all 50 states. Thank you very much. Canada and the UK. Be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Morning laughter.
You want to learn how to avoid a-holes in your life?
Yeah, I do.
Yes, I do.
I do, Christy. I come in early.
Apparently, there is a gentleman, Robert Sutton, a professor of organizational behavior and engineering at Stanford University, has written 2 books about a-holes and how people can survive them. Here are his suggestions.
Pretty easy.
Steps to avoid and change the a-hole in your life.
Does it involve not going to an axe hurling bar?
Number 1, create physical distance. One of the most reliable ways to become an a-hole is to be around them. I've got to go.
I am out of here.
And took his place and opened the Mass with a prayer. In a world getting used to extreme weather, 2023 is starting out more crazier than ever. Meteorologists say a rolling Pacific Ocean is the source of what's happened in recent days. Natural forces such as La Nina are combining with a touch of climate change and a wavy jet stream to make things even weirder than what's been happening before. Torrential rain has turned at least one California highway into what looks like a river. And it's shirt sleeve weather in the U.S. East and record warmth in Europe. Tech companies of all sizes are showing off their latest products at CES, formerly known as the Consumer Electronics Show. The Las Vegas show getting back to normal after going completely virtual in 2021 and seeing a significant drop last year. Of course, due to the pandemic, LG unveiled a 97-inch OLED TV with what it calls a Zero Connect box that streams content wirelessly. Autonomy showed its latest delivery robot, which has a self-dispensing feature that means a package can be delivered even if someone's not there to collect it. And Holoride showed off a VR headset that it says can prevent car sickness in passengers. Just a few of the amazing things being shown at CES this year. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
21 years after losing a diamond engagement ring, a Florida couple says they finally found it lodged inside a toilet.
Yeah, sure. It fell into the swirling toilet water. It went down, down, down. Tried to find it, couldn't spot her. The ring is gone, gone, gone. In the dirty water. Oh. In the dirty water. Found it 21 years later in what looked like sweet potato.
That sound you're not hearing is Tom laughing so hard.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
With us in the studio, comedian Doug Stanhope. I wanted to talk about something fairly mundane, actually, with Doug. You hate baseball. Am I correct?
Baseball players always they look like cops so much. They're so they're so joyless.
Are you out of your mind?
But no, you watch any other sport and they're happy and they're pumping up the crowd, they're high-fiving. And baseball guys, they just look so joyless and smug, and they just sit there in the dugout and they look like cops. You know how someone gets pulled over, they have no registration, and you need 9 officers, and they all stand around with their arms crossed and self-important looking. No joy in their face.
So what do you do during? Because I can tell you love.
I mean, I'll
so
bet
much.
on baseball because I think that's the only reason people watch it is because it's the only thing on in the summer.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Couple things. Got a dilemma I want to ask you about, Chick.
All right, sir.
You're the shoe guy.
I like shoes.
You
I
like
a nice
shoes.
shoe. I like a comfortable shoe.
Mm-hmm.
I like to buy shoes.
Yeah, I don't know much about shoes. I only have a few pairs. In fact, the ones I'm wearing right now, Chick got for me. These Allbirds. I like these very much.
Oh, yeah.
The wool shoes are nice.
Right.
So I'm on a bus on vacation.
But you make it sound like you're
like a Greyhound.
in some inner city in Africa. I'm on a bus on vacation.
Public transit.
It was a shuttle bus to the ski resort.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
on.
Precisely.
I'm on a bus on vacation.
But it was at the dinner hour, so no one was wearing their ski gear.
Right.
And there's a guy sitting across from me, and he's got these shoes that are so cool. I would describe them like this. Do you know what's the wingtip shoes?
Uh-huh.
Where they have like the little holes in the leather.
Yes.
It looks really
Sure,
nice.
yeah.
But they were boots. They were like a half boot.
So help me God, you're going to ask me what kind of shoes these were.
Yeah, what kind of shoes are those?
I have no idea.
I know what they are. It was a pair of Sorels. It was a pair of winter boot Sorels. They do the black and the white. Yeah, I guarantee you that's what it was.
But the reason I'm bringing it up is I'm not.
You know the owner of Sorel, Buddy Sorel. He owns the company.
Oh,
does he?
The Dick Van Dyke Show.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, is it cool for me to go? Excuse me, sir. I like those shoes. What kind are those? Or is that
No, never. No.
Why?
As a general, I'm talking to Tom. As a general rule, you should not ask anybody about anything. Normal people could have that conversation.
So Willie could have said to him,
exactly.
Willie could have said, "Those are nice shoes, sir. What kind are those?"
And the person would have liked Willie instantly and had a conversation with him. They think you work for the government and want to take them in, I would think.
Yeah, I just think that people like me because I generally don't bother people about their shoes. That's not the kind of thing that I like to do.
That's not the kind of thing. He just
Would you have asked, Christy? Was it with for a lady?
Absolutely.
Do ladies ask other ladies where they got something?
Absolutely. Usually they volunteer. If you go, oh, I really like your shoes, they'll go, oh, yeah, I got them at Nordstrom or, wherever.
Josh, would you have said something?
Sure, if it was something I was interested in purchasing myself, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You could have taken a picture.
That's weirder.
I thought of that, but I was thinking, how
you don't let them know you're taking
How can I discreetly hold my phone?
Oh, in that case, you could have made it look like you were reading an article, and then because it's pointed right down to the ground.
But it's him, so then the flash goes off.
Yes, that's
He looks like he's some weirdo with a foot fetish trying to save something for his private spank bank.
Okay, well, just asking. I'll see if I can find those shoes. Right now, it's time for the famous shoe-in of the week.
Oh, speaking of shoes.
And we are...
Yeah, it's the shoe-in of the week, the often imitated, never duplicated, original sports prognosticator. We started way back in the 30s, before there was even football. We used to handicap boxing
horses,
matches, and horses, and all sorts of millions of dollars.
Now, we have incorporated the Pigskin Pickum competition into this. And the winner of Week 17 with his NFL picks is Mr. Trent Stover, who I believe is joining us on the phone from Gallipolis, Ohio. Trent, are you there?
Yes, hello.
Did I pronounce it right? Is it Gallipolis?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, because I used to think it was Gallipolis, like the movie Gallipoli, but I want to make sure I get it right. Where is Gallipolis?
It is directly across the river from Point Pleasant, West Virginia, in southern Ohio.
That's a beautiful spot, isn't it?
That's exactly what.
Gee, I heard that somewhere this morning.
So now I'm taking geography from you. Remember your geography thing from earlier this week?
What? The Spanish in Portugal?
Yeah, you were talking about...
I live with it, okay.
Speaking Spanish in Portuguese. I'm sorry, Trent, congratulations. You got 15 out of 15. And obviously it was an unusual week because the one game has sort of been neutralized for now. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. You've won yourself the Big Green Egg Mini Max. Did you have any help with your picks, or were those all yours?
That was all me.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, you get to pick against Mr. Chick McGee right now.
But here in the big time, we go with the point spreads here. So good luck. Here we go.
Excellent.
Excellent.
He's ready.
He's a player.
Pittsburgh and Cleveland. You like either one of those teams?
Sure.
Oh. Okay,
Browns.
Sorry, Bob.
Cleveland. Yeah.
Okay, Pittsburgh, Cleveland getting 3 points in Pittsburgh this week. Who do you like, the Steelers or Cleveland?
I think the Browns will take that one.
No, that's wrong. I'm sorry, but good try. I like Pittsburgh minus the 3, Tom. Write that down.
Check.
The Detroit Lions will lose Sunday night against the Green Bay Packers. Who do you like, Green Bay or Detroit?
I'm with you. I think Green Bay takes that one.
Yeah, Green Bay minus the 5 there, Tom. Green Bay minus the 5. Because here's what the NFL did. Yeah, Green Bay minus 5. Wow. Green Bay's at home against the Lions. Okay. I would like the Lions to win and get in the playoffs. I certainly would. But even if they win, I think if Seattle wins, they're still not going to make the playoffs. And now Seattle, they moved the Detroit-Green Bay game, so Detroit will know if Seattle wins or not, whether they're going to make the postseason before they play the Packers. And everybody has this conspiracy about the league wants Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, yada, yada. But anyway, I do like Green Bay. And then finally, Tennessee travels to Jacksonville. Jaguars are giving 6 in this. Who do you like? Titans plus the 6 against Jacksonville.
I think I would take Jacksonville there.
Yep, Jacksonville minus the 6, and that is my double shock this week.
Wow.
There you go.
Okay, well, Trent, you and Chick agree on all of them except for the first one.
Yeah, Pittsburgh and Cleveland.
Okay, and once again, Chick, you're taking Pittsburgh in that one. Am I getting this right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, very good, very good. Well, Trent, congratulations. You got 15 of 15. We've only had a couple of winners this season that have gotten all of the games right.
Well done. Well done.
So very, very good. Do you watch a lot of football, or is this dumb luck?
I do watch a lot, but there was some luck involved for sure.
Okay. Now, and as Chick has asked you, are the Browns your favorite team, or Pittsburgh?
No, actually, I bleed silver and blue for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh.
How about them Cowboys, Chick?
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Chick, the man asked you a question.
Yeah, I answered him. Didn't you hear me? Yeah, they play the Commanders this week. There's no...
nothing at stake?
Nothing at stake. Well, the Cowboys, actually, if they win, they still have a chance to get the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Okay, so there's something to go for there.
Seed.
Okay, well, Trent, Trent, are you a married guy, single guy? What's going on with your life?
I'm a single father and a truck driver.
All right. Wow. What kind of truck do you drive?
I drive a straight truck for Urinal carriers.
Okay. What does that mean, a straight truck?
Like a box truck. We deliver freight, anything over 100 pounds on pallets.
Ah.
Okay, let's say you got a load of something, interesting, like power tools or, sporting equipment.
Speakers. Sure. Shoes.
Speakers.
Size 12 shoes.
Shoes, whatever. Do you ever get some friends and go, hey, I'd like a pair of fill in the blank? You just, well, these just dropped off the truck. I don't know what happened. You ever do that?
No, they keep a pretty close track on us.
And you're an honest man, and you wouldn't do that.
Paperwork.
Right.
You know your way around a pallet jack?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I got real good at those, too. Did you ever have pallet jack races where you stand on one?
We have electric ones that you can actually ride on sometimes if you do it just right.
Those are fun.
Huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did you play pallet jack?
When I worked in a warehouse for Rolling Sporting Goods.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was right after the year that he won Bartender of the Year in the United States at Lambert Airport.
Oh, okay.
So you can ride on the pallet jack?
Heck yeah, man. I would go fast and I could take a turn. I could really
without tipping it over.
Hug a curve without tipping. Yeah.
Whoa.
I got real good.
No, would you indeed have races?
Yeah, because we had a couple. My buddy Scott and I would race around the warehouse because we were there usually after hours stealing. And the thing about it
was, you know what they move with those pallets? Goods.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get a mitt for Christmas.
Well, congratulations, Trent Stover of Gallipolis, Ohio. Let's see how you do with your picks this weekend. Thanks for playing. Thanks for listening. And thanks for being one of those great truck drivers out there.
Yeah.
Giving us all that stuff and keeping everybody safe out there. You truck drivers are the best. Thank you very much, Trent.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Trent.
Very
Thank
welcome.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Now we go back to... what were we talking about? Oh, we were talking about those words.
Yeah.
Was it Lake Superior State College? All these phrases you can't use. Like I said, at the end of the day, I don't like GOAT. I don't like the optics of it, that particular paradigm, irregardless of what these... Wait a minute.
Wait, do you only have the top 10? I looked it up, and 11 and 12, this is so funny. It's The Fugitive and Hello, Dan. Isn't that weird?
Weird.
We should get rid of those phrases.
People don't like that.
Well. Okay. I like Hello Dear very much. Christy Lee is once again at the news. What have we missed? Anything?
A new study confirms what may seem obvious to many of us. Women tend to be better than men at understanding what another person is feeling or thinking. Using a test that measures empathy, researchers evaluated more than 300,000 people in 57 countries around the world to come to this conclusion. The heart of the project noted, I think the hard part maybe, there's a word maybe missing there. Our results provided some of the first evidence of a well-known phenomenon. Females are on average more empathetic than males.
Gotcha.
I think that sort of sounds like everyone kind of knew that.
Yeah, I think that's probably part of the mothering instinct maybe.
Well, I would like to add this fly in the ointment. I bet the females are less feeling with other females than they are with other men. Don't you think that women are meanest to each other?
But I think that counts as a feeling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you focus on their boobs like I do?
I like a good set of boobs on a woman. Yeah, I appreciate that.
The earnestness with
focus.
That was a joke.
No, of course, but
I was kidding.
I just love just waiting for him.
I think that's the problem men have being empathetic. Well, I wish I could hear you talking, but your boobs are stuffing my ears.
That sounds like a fun day, doesn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't it, though?
Yeah.
Is empathy something you're taught?
I don't think so.
Something you're born with?
I mean, you can be taught. It can be nurtured into you, sure.
Okay.
But and you can teach yourself to be more. Well, no, you kind of can't. I don't. That's
Really? You
that's a
don't
really
think you
interesting
can?
thing.
Maybe you can catch yourself in a moment where you're not being empathetic, and you can kind of just use your own logic to go, "Hey, I should be acting this way," but maybe women feel it more.
But then you become sympathetic. So yeah, there's a difference there.
There is a difference,
Right.
isn't there?
Pretty interesting.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Recent data indicates adults buying toys for themselves are the biggest source of growth in the toy making industry. The hottest items for adults included Star Wars and Harry Potter themed Lego sets.
You know why?
Why?
Because they're $1,000.
Yeah, they can finally afford them.
Collectors, exactly.
My son Sam, have you ever been to his house?
Oh yeah, years ago. It was incredible. I remember it like
he
it
lives
was
next door to you. He's got toys everywhere, and he built whatever it's called, the Death Star, and
Once you build,
That was probably $500.
yeah. Once you build one of those, do you take it apart and do it again?
Yeah, did he happen to glue his or keep
Or
it?
do
He's
you
just
keep
keeping it
them-
together.
just sitting there.
I believe it's in a display case now.
Oh, okay.
And the display cases are just half as much as the toy themselves.
Yeah.
Please tell me after he got that together, you went over to his house and looked at him and looked at it and looked at him again and goes, "Is that all it do? Is just sit there?" Is that what you said?
How's your castle coming?
Oh, I started the castle in the first month of COVID.
Now this is the Cinderella magic.
The Disney castle.
Uh-huh.
I will say, though, back to the Death Star, the fun thing about the Lego Death Star, the real Death Star, that needed Luke Skywalker in a perfect operation shooting in the exact right place.
Right.
To
No
destroy
bigger than a wombat.
Yeah, to destroy the Lego Death Star, though, all you need is me and 4 Miller High Lifes, and baby, I can get rid of that thing real quick.
Take a broom, whack it a couple times. Yeah, no, I have not finished this. I don't know what the status in the move right now. I don't know.
I don't know what happened to it.
I hope they didn't take it apart.
Oh, you got to start over.
Well, you can't start over. You'll never find the parts.
What do you mean? The parts are right there.
Yeah, but you got to match them up with the instructions. And
Oh, sure. That's Legos for you.
Well, so that goes back to my point. Once you put one of those together, do you leave it or do you take it apart? And
What would
put it
you
back
do,
together
Christy?
again?
Let's
Well,
say.
it's like a puzzle. You know, you take the puzzle apart and then you'll do it again a year later.
Please tell me you have a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle you and your girls have put together. You glued it and framed it.
No, God, no. Absolutely not.
That'd be really something.
Wouldn't it?
So the point is that the toy industry understands that there are a lot of adults that are buying them.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, collectors.
There's over 100 sets of Lego AS. What's what they call the, I guess, adult sets. Yeah, including Intrepid space exploration and luxury cars. I haven't seen a luxury car Lego. I'll have to check that out. Interesting.
I was just at the Mall of America in Minneapolis, and there is like a whole Lego land. It's not Lego land, but that kind of thing. And they have cars that are dangling from the ceiling, all Legos, a shark that's all Legos. It is so cool, and it definitely brought my kind of inner child back, wanted to get a set.
There used to be at the top of the gondola, this is a little bit pretentious, but that's what I do. Remember at the top of the gondola in Vail, they had a Lego Volvo?
I do.
Full size.
Really?
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Well, you've reached another high point as far as pretentious remarks
a
go.
full-size Lego Volvo at the top of the ski lift.
Yeah. And a Lego car doesn't run on gasoline. It runs on Mountain Dew Code Red, which is a fun little thing.
That's interesting.
This is an educational show. You're welcome. Give me the teaser. What's coming up, Christy
We have
Lee?
our history lesson coming up, hopefully. And I can do another story if you like. What about our meatpacking magnate who was decapitated?
Oh, this is gross. This is weird.
Magnate?
Magnate.
Oh, no.
Did I say magnet? Magnate. Yeah, magnet would be nothing.
Good meat
He
magnet.
can't walk past the refrigerator. Stuck.
Was he decapitated in one of his own facilities?
Well, it's
It's not really.
Okay,
It's
all
not
right.
really.
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
okay. The meat magnate.
Magnate.
In the news when we come back. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later.
I tell you, I am single now. This came up. We'll talk about it more later. I'm sorry. You're not going to be able to stop me. It's come out. But I tell you this much right now. I am trying to talk to girls. Yeah. And I'm young. I can talk to young girls. You ever looked at a young girl? They're great. They're great.
Yeah. Sure.
You ever talk to one? It's like torture. It's like having a conversation with a baby, except babies don't have dumb ideas yet. It's like if my nephew all of a sudden was misinformed about politics and had dumb dog stories. It'd be like I was on a date with him. They don't even know what to say, but I'll get to the naked picture in a second. I was talking to a girl. We were at a pool, a place that has pool tables. I go, hey, do you play pool? And she goes, I had sex on a pool table once.
Oh, wow.
That's a weird way to say you don't play pool. I don't even know how to respond. Was it a league? What is that? How do I go to that? What? I'm glad I didn't ask if she played ping pong.
Yeah.
But that pictures thing.
Yeah, you got to be careful who you send naked pictures
With
to.
these young chicks, they'll send naked pictures.
Yeah.
You can do it. You don't even have to. I was just texting back and forth with a girl, and she's like, "Hey, I like you or whatever. Do you want to see some good pictures?" Semicolon, close parenthesis, I do. And then she sends a few of them. And I'm like, hey, these are hot.
Yeah.
And then she's got short hair in one and long hair in the other. They just keep them on file like W-2s. From now on, send me your boobs and today's newspaper.
Yeah,
I want to feel
wanna
special.
see 'em with today's headlines. Yeah.
You want to know that they're fresh.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Giannis had 30, 10 assists, and 21 rebounds for his second triple-double of the season. Grayson Allen hit a tie-breaking three-pointer with 11.6 seconds to go in overtime. And the Bucks beat the Raptors in Toronto 104-101. Elsewhere in the National Basketball Association yesterday, Memphis, Cleveland, Orlando, New York, New Orleans, Chicago, Minnesota, Detroit, Atlanta, and the Lakers all win in regulation. And also in overtime, the Sixers beat Indiana 129-126. Top 25 college basketball, Providence upset number 4 UConn. Georgia Tech beat number 12 Miami. Number 13 Arkansas beat number 20 Missouri. NC State beat number 16 Duke. Number 17 TCU over 19 Baylor. Georgia over number 22 Auburn. Number 23 the College of Charleston beat NC A&T, and number 25 Iowa State over Oklahoma. And just 3 games yesterday in the NHL. New Jersey, Minnesota, and Anaheim get the wins. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Don't. Essential Morning Radio. Don't. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Are odors in your home a constant problem? Do you live with a smoker, have pets, or simply have annoying kitchen cooking odors that just won't go away? Do you ever hear comments like this?
Gee, Janet, I never thought of fertilizing houseplants with cow dung.
Or has a house guest ever said,
Great room freshener, Bill. What do you call it? Early American locker room?
You've tried carpet deodorizers, spray mist, incense, stick-up fragrance dispensers, and even plug-in devices that temporarily mask the smells in your home. Nothing seems to work. That's why Home Products Incorporated, a division of Frigamall Industries, is proud to announce its latest innovation, Le Clip. With Le Clip, foul-smelling odors seem to miraculously disappear. Simply put Le Clip over your nose and the nose of visitors to your home and see what a difference it can make.
Hiya, Mary. How you been? Wonderful, Janet. Hey, your house smells great.
See how easy? If you pick up Le Clip today, and if you're not delighted with the results, we'll send your money back. Le Clip, by the same company that brought you Le Blindfold, the product that makes messy, cluttered homes look more neat and organized.
Gosh, honey, the house has never looked better.
Le Blindfold and Le Clip.
Pick yours up today.
Okay.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'll tell you what I sound like when I make love to a woman.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty bad at it. I call it making like. When I make like to a woman, I sound like a very scared man who's crossing a very thin sheet of ice. And all he's trying to do is get to the side alive. Sounds something like this. Oh, my God. I'm so scared. I can do this? Oh, thank God that's over with. Oh, my God. I have to lay down. That's hot. Yeah, that's hot.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez. This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
$1,000.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Uncle Chick.
Hey, man. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
No, we would be remiss if we missed one of the most important features on this program. Ladies and gentlemen, could we please bring the girls in? Oh, here we go.
Who's that sexy man with a deep voice? Ace Cosby. Here he is with his joke of the day.
We've been talking about restrooms all morning.
Kinda, yeah.
You know who doesn't make a sound when they use the bathroom?
Who?
Psychiatrists. The P is silent.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
I really liked that.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Did not see that coming.
No.
That's
Maybe
very nice.
pterodactyls would be a better way to go.
No, because pterodactyls wouldn't be using a men's room.
No.
You don't know. That's what makes it fun.
The visual of that is great because he's trying to hold it with his wings.
can't.
That's funny for me.
Maybe his T-Rex partner is out in the hallway. I thought you were going to pee. I'm a pterodactyl. He's silent. How's that not funnier than what he just...
It's not.
And do you ever do that when you're spelling your name? That's M as in Mary, C as in crabs, G as in gnome.
No.
You don't do it?
No, I don't.
That'd be kind of throw them off, you see.
Yeah.
I'm just impressed you can get to the last name after spelling Chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
A lot of P.
Well, we'll move forward here. Thank you very much. Time now for Today in History.
Time now for Today in History. January 5.
You don't want our decapitated magnate?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
The statue of a 19th century meatpacking magnate was decapitated last month. The nearly century-old granite statue of Charles Swanston in Sacramento's William Land Park was found with its head lying on the ground nearby.
Wow.
Police are investigating whether the vandal or vandals had a motive or if it was a random act. Sacramento City historian Marcia Iman said, "I have no idea why anyone, unless they're vegetarians and didn't like meat packers, would do this to a statue." Tipsters could receive a $1,000 reward for information about the incident.
And a side of beef.
I'm guessing it's probably the
Vandals?
anti-meat people, don't you think?
It could just be some teens trying to have fun, which that's a great time if you and your just buddies are trying to have a good time. And you incite some weird sort of protest in the minds of people.
By knocking a head off a statue? Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are people who have to pack meat, obviously.
Yes.
Go on.
Well, there are people who pack lots of things.
Yeah? Let's stop at the meat.
You pack heat, you pack meat.
Boxes.
Dairy.
Yeah. Do you think people who pack fudge
Sweets. Okay.
There we go.
are jealous of people
Time
who
now
pack
for...
meat?
You really have a question. We know a man who could answer that for us.
He could answer that
Sure do.
for hours. Right. Here's Today in History with Tom.
Okay.
January 5.
Well, this is interesting. 1643, the first record of a legal divorce in the American colonies.
Wow.
And ironically, Chick McGee had to do some of the payments.
Comes out of my check.
That's
weird.
absolutely amazing.
I don't know how bad my lawyer
Back in those days, though, Christy, they split it 50-50.
No, they
Yes,
did
the
not.
man got 50, then he got the other 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
No pewter for you.
This is interesting. Benedict Arnold captures and destroys Richmond.
See?
Your thoughts?
Am I correct in saying he only had one leg? Is that correct?
I don't know.
Benedict Arnold?
Yeah, didn't he lose a leg there somewhere? I'll have to research that.
I have no
As a joke, they called him Legs Benedict.
All right. I'm going to stand with that.
I would have gone with leg Benedict.
Leg Benedict.
Well, no, it's a joke, I said.
To tag it. This is something that gets me upset. In 1945, the cartoon character Pepe Le Pew debuted in Odorable Kitty, as opposed to Adorable Odorable Kitty. Hilarious.
Yeah, very good.
And they pulled Pepe Le Pew from one of the recent movies, right?
Space Jam sequel, yes.
Yeah.
But as Josh pointed out, the Clockwork Orange bad guys are in there.
Yeah.
That's
they
amazing.
Make room for them and Pennywise the Clown.
Yeah, they cancel Pepe Le Pew, and it's quite clear in those that he is the aggressor and that she always wins and gets rid of him. Okay, there we go. When I was in early days of my radio career, we had to play a song that I called, I didn't call it, all the request line, it was always Hotel Motel. Do you know what that song would be, Ace?
Rapper's Delight.
Rapper's Delight by the Sugar Hill Gang.
Sure.
And the origin of that song gets very complicated. And the people who get the royalties may not be the people who actually wrote it.
Why are we talking about it? Did it come out today?
1980.
Wow.
Man.
Hip hop. I think that could be considered hip hop's first hit. I mean, there were various things that were rap years before, but that was a huge hit. When we had to, but the phones would ring and it would be play Hotel Motel.
It's still fun to listen to.
It's not fun to hear you tell a story like that.
No, it isn't, but it's
not. Sorry.
It's not great.
That's what the phone sounded like. I can't know the truth.
Okay.
Happy birthday. Do you know who this guy is? 1855. King Gillette.
Ah.
Oh, the best a man can get.
What a great name.
Did he develop the shaver?
Yeah, invented the disposable safety razor.
Oh.
King Gillette.
Wow.
George Reeves. You know who that is, Josh? Born 1914?
Yeah, he was the original Superman.
The television kind of
yeah.
Right.
Superman.
Wait, any relation to Christopher Reeves?
No.
And that weird? Yeah,
Isn't that weird?
Reeve. Yeah.
One's with an S and one's not with an S.
And he also was in Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played the maid, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
He was incredible. Now that's some good makeup. Right
Yeah, boy, yeah. I think, was that Rick Baker who did that? I think so.
Yeah.
The late Michael O'Donoghue from Saturday Night Live was born in 1940. Charlie Rose, the television interviewer, born
We're obviously at the bottom of the
in
barrel.
1942. By the way, Mr. Rose is also not in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Right.
To clarify.
Charlie Rose, and then he let the ladies know about it.
Yeah, okay. All right, great.
Things we learned on the show today. I opined that Google Maps Plus will come and pick you up and take you to your location.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
never get
something.
lost. You never get lost.
And you said no matter how far away.
no matter how far it is, you're going from here to Tampa.
Completely false.
Yeah.
Christy Lee slaughtered a leopard in the parking lot for a
I did
jacket this
not.
morning.
It was 2 baby leopards.
Oh, you guys.
Tom contends that he saw a pornographic movie in the vehicle in front of him at the drive-thru at Dairy
Queen.
That's what he says. Texas A&M basketball jerseys were left at the coach's hotel. The game was delayed 15 minutes. Tom wanted to know if it was shirts and skins for the guys.
But they got penalized. Technical foul.
Yeah.
Because the game was delayed. Didn't before the game even started, a guy took a couple of free throws.
Yes. Before
Administrative technical foul. Yeah, Florida's had 1-0.
Wow.
Willie uses Old Spice Fiji to smell great.
Thank you guys very
Works.
Let's see. Ace Cosby does not care for baby during sexual relations.
You don't want to be called baby.
No.
Say my name, say my name.
Now then, do you say my name, baby, or do you say my name, and then you ask for what her name is? What was your name again? Yeah, they don't want to say that.
Oh, boy.
And thanks again to Big Green Egg. They made us pizzas this morning. Delicious.
And you can enter the Big Green Egg Mini Max competition. We call it Pigskin Pick'em. Go to bobandtom.com/contest. Week 18 approacheth. we'd like you to entereth. Okay. It's very simple. You can win yourself a beautiful Big Green Egg Mini Max. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Get a look at today's show on our YouTube channel.